I roll with a crew of problematic bachelors, and we call ourselves the Squad.
How did it ever get so wrong? Crying in the stall of a washroom floor. Your neighbors don't know where I'm from. Don't know how I got it, but I'm all alone. And I be making her feel as lonely as I was before. But
oh, hey, I gotta be in the hostess spot. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm bottom. I'm used to it.
Hello, everybody, and good morning.
Sorry. Is that me?
Yeah.
I'm hearing myself echo.
Just going to mute Katie for the time being.
Okay, fair enough. Welcome, everybody, to Sprints and Shoptalk. We've had a very non-chaotic start to the day, as you can tell. Right before we went live, Grape randomly showed up to tell us that we were taking too long to start, but she will not be joining us today because she has things to do and people to see. And Katie arrived while the countdown was happening. So, but the three of us who are going to be here are here. I'm Olesimo. This is Stieg. That's Katerina. And today is Sprints and Shop Talk. If you're newer to the Trouble channel, Sprints and Shop Talk is hosted by me and roughly once a month, although that is not ever guaranteed. And basically, I come up with a theme or somebody else comes up with a theme and I steal it. And I ask people questions. And we're just, you have two questions about the stream today, Danny. What are they? Let us know. Call in. Today's Sprints and Shop Talk is going to be a little bit more low key than normal. Oh, I will get to this. And basically, normally I have like very well structured. Well, okay, I shouldn't toot my own horn too much. They're not always that well structured, but normally the questions are like very professional. And I'm like, oh, as a writer, We're not doing that today. Today's about vibes. We're going to be talking about dreams and routines, mainly like our dream routines, and also like little capitalist girlies. We're going to be talking about items that we want to acquire because we've convinced ourselves that we would be a better writer if we had these items. And I'm going to ask people about like what their dream desk setup is like and stuff like that. Today is just about fun indulgence. I also told Katie and Stieg that if they wanted to, they could share. I don't know if they have a writer mood board on Pinterest, but if they did, we could screen share so people could see what their like ultimate writer aesthetic is. But I sent out that whole thing last night. I have no idea if they've actually prepped for it or not. So this is going to be the the flow of today. Because Katie didn't have accountability last week, and I forget why, but she didn't. Oh, it's because we were all together and we were like hanging out and we couldn't do a super long stream. But yeah. Wow. I just completely forgot what I was saying in the middle of the sentence. We're going to be doing accountability today, and we're going to be doing it right now. Yeah. So Katie, get ready.
Jesus, I am not. Also, is the echoing gone now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Normally we don't do accountability during Sprints and Shop Talk because I like Sprints and Shop Talk. Well, mainly it's because we just don't have time because Sprints and Shop Talk is so long. But we are going to do accountability first. Then we're going to do a short sprint, and I believe that goes into her Danny's request. You're telling us specifically when to do a sprint? That I do not know. I don't know if I can accommodate that. I'm sorry. But we are going to do a sprint. And we are doing accountability. I know. If so, I'm saying all this stuff and I'm going to say hi to people. So if you haven't updated the sheet, go update the sheet. I, for one, will not have time to update it. So I will expect my shame. But Katie, I'm just going to say that my main productivity goal was to get that thing off that I needed to get off that you know about. And my secondary productivity goal was to post Written in the Mitten, which I did. And it's done. So
I feel like I just got to give you already. Oh, Hey.
Wow.
Your Jod approves.
I'm so honored. I feel like I didn't think I was ever going to receive one of those. So thank you so much.
Well, that's how successful Written in the Mitten was. And also, I know your anxiety about the thing you sent off. So I was like, you deserve it.
Thank you very
Deserve
much.
it.
Thank you. So yeah, everybody go update that accountability sheet.
I
While
posted the link.
Thank you. While I say hello to Kelly Goop Time Zone, welcome. Danny's here, as we know, spitting out directions from the back. Here, what's up? And Nikki is here. Jess is here. Good morning. Pages and Paladins is here. Hi. Michael is here. Hello. It was Katie. She was late. Also, I was 10 seconds on before time. I came in at 8:39:50. Marta is here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what we do in the thumbnails when somebody's not here. Well, actually, what I do is I gray people out, but then I realized that Steeg's has been grayed out since the last time I grayed him out. And I was too lazy to go find a non-grayed out picture of Steeg, but I couldn't also gray you out because I was like, well, but then people are going to think it's just me and Katie. And so then I had to X. I'm sorry. I tried to make it a non-aggressive X. That's why I changed the color, because the initial X is like an angry red X. And I was like, it's not an angry Devasha's not here. It's just a, hey, Devasha won't be here.
Which is sad.
I usually just bullet aim whole thingamajigs, target practice things.
Yeah, which I feel like is a lot more aggressive, but
I put a rip headstone on top of whoever's not going to be here. So, we all have our own style.
You put a red what?
A rip
gravestone.
headstone.
Oh, a headstone. I do love that. That is good.
R.I.P. me to pieces.
Also, huge news. Madison? Hello?
Who is this
Welcome
Madison user?
back. The size queen is here.
Oh my God. It's been so long. How are you? Give us all the updates. Yeah. Oh, Katie, we have some love for your intro from Kelly.
Thank you.
Casey is here. Cool Gamer is here. Hi, Violet. Hi, Leonie. Hi, everybody. All right. It looks like, Malin is here a bit late. I love it because basically you're right on time. If you're here for the first 15 minutes, you're here for the part that doesn't, that counts as the beginning. So we're good.
Yeah.
All right. I think Anna's here. Also, everybody, you're not late. It's okay. If you get here within this time, you're fine. You're fine. If you get here,
We were 5 minutes late, so you're really only 4 minutes late.
Exactly. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Laura.
Little Kay in the
Welcome.
background.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
she's so cute.
where is she? Yeah.
Hi.
Kay. Cool. So, are you all geared up to do accountability, Miss?
I am, I guess.
Okay.
Oops.
I'm indifferent.
I'm gonna be eating a cracker.
It's okay. All right, let's do it. Hold on. First of all, actually, gotta do.
No, God, please, no.
Welcome to Weekly Accountability. It's been quite a while. I genuinely can't believe we're doing it this week. I thought I was going to get out of it. We're actually going to be doing both weeks, September 30th to October 7th, and October 7th to the 14th. So if you did not do your stuff here, you're not getting out of it. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. This is my job. Wow. First up on here is Steege. How did this go for you? I see both are started and not completed.
Neither of them.
All right.
There's not a didn't complete option.
Well, I could have given you try your best, but did you try your best?
I meant in the drop-down menu.
No, but I'm saying that's what started means, right? Like you didn't abandon it by did you start it at least? But started means you started, but you didn't complete it. And
What
you
if I
didn't
What if I didn't even start it? Is that abandoned?
That's abandoned.
Okay,
That's
'cause
abandoned.
I haven't abandoned it yet. I'm still going to do it, but
Abandoned for the week is what it means. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah.
Oh no. What's wrong, Kelly? I don't know.
No. Next up is me. I was on retreat. Of course, I put the 2 goals that I didn't end up actually doing as opposed to the goal that I did end up finishing, which is hilarious to me. So, I'm going to give myself.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
This is a me at me. I was rooting for me to get
But
those
I
things
give
done.
you an hell yeah for all you did accomplish during the retreat, because I felt like
Thank
for
you.
one, believe that this retreat, the first half at least, was very productive.
It was. It just for the sake of productivity, the accountability did
Fair.
not. So I sent out multiple queries, and I did end up writing my synopsis with the help of all of the people who were on retreat. Thank God, so I would have never gotten through it otherwise. So those were the things I did do, and I did write in both of these. I just didn't do very much. It was very little. So I'm holding myself accountable, so that when I hold y'all accountable, you can't be like, you go easy on yourself, hypocrite. Because I'm the first to give myself I was rooting for you. I was rooting for me. Anyway, sorry. Next up is Nina. Hit daily word count or stay on track. Oh, we have an update. Didn't do this, but I have good reason. I learned that the play I'm going to be, reading comprehension is -1 today. Learned that the play I'm going to writing for my old ensemble has to be done sooner. So that's to be priority. Playing it now, or trying to, since it's supposed to be a co-written project. Oh no. Is there more on this one? Oh no. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's like I haven't done accountability. I haven't done accountability in 2 weeks, and all of a sudden
Caught you slipping.
Caught me slipping. Outline more of the fantasy idea. Did do that though, not as much as I hoped, but a decent amount, and a lot more than I thought would get done. Oh, look at that. I feel like this gets
I'll give it a manic golf clap.
a manic golf clap. Wow, I'm gonna have to do nice since you said that.
Nice.
Well done, Nina.
Is it over?
It is. It is over. Next up is KC. Set up craft desk. I can't say that. Isn't perfect by any means, but I at least got the majority of my stuff moved over there, which is honestly the hardest part of every task. And film journaling live stream or film journaling spread ended up doing a live stream. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Which means you automatically, Nina, or not Nina, Casey, sorry.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, hell yeah. My favorite. Next up is Danny. Hit 69. A-K. Which I do know Danny does, because Danny updated on their Instagram story, which I have loved seeing. And the second one was get a real freelance project underway or something like that, which is almost finished. So Danny, give us the update on this. Is there the update in the next one? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I feel like this gets a wow. You feeling a wow?
Just for launching the business, I'm willing to give a Meryl.
Ooh, all right. I'm always here for a Meryl.
Yes!
It's my favorite one. Oh. Next up, we have grappling with the inability to focus, which really, really works here because there is none on either of these. Great Fry.
She was giving absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So for that, Grape, I'm going to give you
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
I call foul on the use of that meme for this. That's
funny. Call foul.
That meme and the Jod meme should be sacred. I feel like that meme is for when people actually set goals and for reasons mostly outside of their control are unable to fulfill them. There was zero.
I know Grape Fry.
This is a shame. This is a shame if I've ever seen one.
Okay.
This is
Shame.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree with Wallace. I don't even think she tried her best.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, it's literally in the words when you try your best and you don't succeed. Like, we shame people who don't put their names on here. This is like all she did was put her name on it. That's all she did. Nothing else.
I mean, yes, but when you don't put your name on it, I'm not actually shaming. Like
It's
yes.
yeah, no. It's a preemptive like, hey, get your name on here and try next time incentive. But yeah. Danny says, the person I've been talking with emailed me yesterday saying they found someone to do the job cheaper, which I can't fault, but now I have nothing going on in the freelance department. But you tried your best. And
You did try your best.
that's
And you didn't succeed.
oh my god. The same. You know what? Fine. Then I'll allow it. Same.
There we go. See, I'm trying to be nice to Grape Fry.
That's legitimate.
Why?
Because I love her.
No correlations, Your Honor. But okay.
Hearsay.
You say.
Some noise from the peanut gallery over there. I have Belle in my bed. She's snuffling. She clearly does not approve. All right, moving on. We have Zainab, which I love all of the updates here. Revise and edit project CBS, aka Brain Rot. Can I just say real quickly, I love the fact that everyone is using Brain Rot. Like everyone use Brain Rot. I love Brain Rot. I know I didn't come up with Brain Rot, but I feel like I started the trend. That's all.
Isn't it always been a thing? Isn't that like one of the main terms on fanfiction.net and AO3 is, oh, this was just rotting my brain.
Yeah. I didn't come up with it, but I feel like the use of it from people in our Discord, maybe from me. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I feel like we'd have to do a meta study on the
A survey.
Just add to the fact that we are absolutely narcissists.
This is you, babe, saying, oh, I did this.
I'm just saying, it seems this way. I'm just saying, it's anecdotal evidence, is all I'm saying.
Personally, I'm partial to side dish. I like that one.
Side dish?
Side dish?
Yeah, Danny
I'd
posted a
the
project
thing you're
side
cheating
dish.
on.
I think it's just like a side dish to your main course, which is your whip.
Yeah.
So like, because I feel like brain rot has like a negative connotation.
And side dish doesn't?
Side dish is something you order at a
Side dishes
restaurant
are
because you're
great.
peckish.
No, a side dish. Oh, no, I'm thinking side chick.
Yeah.
Or side piece.
Side piece, that's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, side dishes are honestly probably better than the main course. I'm not gonna lie.
Casey says Katie is trendy, and Saucy says, let her have the swallows. Okay, fine.
Listen, I'm just trying to be trendy. And look, I do know Danny. I know I didn't come up with it. You're right. It's been on Tumblr for eons. But I feel like the resurgence of the use of the word brain rot within our small community might be attributed to me.
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
Not to bring you down, but I really think it's one of those things.
But to bring me down.
No, I'm just saying it's one of those things where it's like once you start using a word, you suddenly see it everywhere. I feel like people have been talking about brain rot since the start of the Discord, but we really could easily solve this by going to Discord, doing a control F for the word brain rot, and seeing if there's an increase in uses outside of just you. Like talking about your brain rot. We could go in and like make a chart, and maybe get Miranda on this because she's our little Excel girly. But we make a timeline. Wait, I'm committing to the bit. We're gonna do this.
I'll give you 10 answers, Catherine, but I'm not sure about brain rot.
I want to know outside of your uses of it, and like outside of people's uses of it in context of your brain rot, like somebody who's like, hey, Katie, how's the brain rot going today? You know?
Right. Yes.
I want to see if there has been an uptick. And if there has, then you can definitively, scientifically say that you caused a trend within the Discord. But until then,
and until then, it's just my narcissistic hypothesis that I've just said before the Discord.
I don't know. It's not narcissistic. I just think it's like, I think it's my hypothesis is that it's one of those things where once you start using a word, you suddenly see it everywhere, you know? And so then
I do think that's probably, I think that might be true as well. Because that happens, I know. But I guess we'll find out. With our statistics. Tune in next week for the Troublemakers New Statistics.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to
that. Just so everybody knows.
Hello, Aang. Welcome. Lovely. Anyway, sorry. Back to Zainab.
Yes.
Of course, here. Because I was saying I love all the updates here. So this short story has 11 parts. Wow, person after my own heart. Monday, made some minor changes, POV intense to the entire thing. Line edited parts 1 through 3, line edited parts 4 through 8, and line edited parts 9 through 1. And it's done. Excellent job. And finished listening to We Hunt the Flame. Ooh, 59%, 70%, 86%, and then 4% from book 2. Look at you. Absolutely killing it, Zainab.
Oh, hell yeah!
Also, let us know your thoughts on We Hunt the Flame. I'm sure you posted them somewhere, but I have just not been on the Discord. But it is one of my favorite books. So, ooh. Next up is Lynn, reverse outline. Oh, hello. Outline chapter 5 and 6 and edit chapter 5 and 6, both of which are completed. Well done, Lynn.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, I see we have a mark for week 1 and for week 2.
Yeah.
Finished part 1 of Secret Nano Project. Trying not to give up on Secret Nano Project. Ooh. And then start part 2 of Secret Nano Project, which was completed. I am so curious about the Secret Nano Project. Is this like a writing project? Is it a crochet project? The questions that I have. So for week 1, Marta, you get a hell yeah, because you completed it.
Oh, hell yeah!
Edit 3 videos. I have progress for some reason. Finished 2 videos. The third one is almost done. This is like the biggest mood because I have like 7 videos in progress and they're just
Speaking
not
of
done.
videos, everybody should go to Marta's channel and watch her latest video where she did a chocolate short story, and everybody should go and watch it. So go do that during our first sprint.
I feel like this gets a groovy baby.
Ooh, I like it.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah, I feel like that is a perfect use of Groovy Baby.
I like that one.
Wait,
Next up is
wait, hold on. We do have updates from Jess about certain things because Jod is in the Discord. So there are 27 uses of brain rot in the Discord. The first usage was by Renata. Love Renata. After that, there was about 1 a month for 4 months. Jess, will you tell me, is it all different people saying it, or is it like 2 people saying it? Give me.
And which 4 months? Which 4 months was it?
We also need that. Then there was a 3-month gap of nothing.
Ooh.
Only 9 uses of brain rot. Oh yeah, of looking where it's like, this was Danny's suggestion where you look. But I need to know like the breakdown. Can you find Katie's first use of brain rot and then see how many people used it after that? Like,
have I even said brain rot in the Discord? Like, that's what I'm truly wondering. Because I say it live.
That's true. That's a very good point, actually.
Just
So
will you watch all the
February.
videos from the last 6 months and go and see every time Katie said brain rot and just correlate that to the Discord and see if anyone used it
Exactly.
more after she said it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you can probably look from February because I started talking about my brain rot in February.
Or hypothesis, you didn't popularize it at all.
Well, but
It's
that's
entirely
the
possible.
point of science, though, is we got to figure it out.
Right.
Can we just like guess science guessing?
No.
That's
That's called truthiness, when you just go based off of vibes and how you feel. Real science is going in and finding the evidence.
I'm fine with truthiness.
No.
Oh, I said it a few times in January of 2020 too. That makes sense. It was brain rot time.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you, Jess, for doing the initial round of research on that.
Thank you. I really appreciate the dedication, especially when you have a full-time job. Next up is Leonie, the last one for this week, dedicated 1 hour of focused writing work every day, which is in progress. Leonie, how did this go? Let us know. And finish reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Did you finish this? Are you perhaps on this one? Can I take a gander? You are not on this one. So I just have to go off of what here.
And also, Leonie, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Steve said coldly.
Oh, I love that meme.
Oh,
I
interesting.
would use it.
Jess says the term didn't really take off in the Discord until August when Steve, Danny, and Becca had a convo. But the question there is were they using brain rot because Katie had been using brain rot and she had implanted the term? The more I think about it, the more I think Katie's right. I do think maybe she was the start of this trend within Discord. As Jess presents the evidence.
I'm going to need to
Just
see the
saying.
full report before I make a decision.
All right, that's
I'm not going to truth over here.
good.
Science.
Full circle. Both of these are in progress, and have Leone updated us? I'm gonna give them some
No.
time because I thought they were here. Are they here? Are they even here? I thought
Yeah, I
were.
think she's,
Yeah, they were here.
All right. Well, Leone, since you were here, I'm going to give you an opportunity to either update this or let us know your progress in the chat, since we have another week to do. So lovely, these lovely people who've done it. I noticed all of us did not do it, but
There's another
Steve,
week.
did you have any?
Yes,
The week-
because
this
we didn't do it last week, and here's my thing though. I said this at the beginning of when Sprints and Shop Talks. I was like, no accountability. I did say on that first stream, I was like, but that might not always be true. So don't get complacent. And this is your don't get complacent moment. And look at all those gaps, y'all, including me, because as you will notice, I'm not on either of these.
Yep.
We got complacent.
But we still got some people dedicated to the accountability, and for that I am truly grateful, because I would have given up on it long ago if it was not for the people who are really into it, which I love, which is also the reason I'm doing January this year. Haha, cheeky little announcement.
Yay!
Anyway.
That's
Yes,
exciting.
I'm building a website. Not building a website. I'm making a website, sort of,
Holy
for
shit.
January stuff. It's just going to be a page on my actual website, and it's on Wix. I'm not actually building anything, using pre-made tools. But we're upgrading from last year, where I just had community posts.
An upgrade.
Anyway,
Didn't we use the Discord last year?
yes, but I mean for like the like putting all of like the information and stuff, and like the links to streams and links to
This is amazing. Jess says, I'll have you know there were only 3 names on this week's accountability when the stream started. So you guys are amazing.
Luckily, I didn't catch that, or else I'd be shaming you. Hi, Lexi. Good morning. It's very early for you.
Also, Grape, how's that secret project you were working on last week that was going to be done later in the day last week going? Colin.
Oh.
It was something for our anniversary, but I don't remember what. She didn't want to say it because she would show it to us soon.
Wait, guys, have you not taken the Troublemaker quiz?
Ang, I would love to tell you. There already is one.
Wait, you've definitely taken this before, I feel like.
Well,
Gaze was
even
coming
if
to
you
the screens
haven't.
at the height when we were doing shenanigans like that.
In case you haven't, taken the Troublemaker quiz, there it is linked for you. Everyone go take it again. See if your answers have changed. Or if you forget, just see who you are. It'd be lovely. It'd be interesting to see who's changed and who hasn't. Is everyone still Katie? Who knows? Anyway, back to accountability. First up, we have Lynn edit and revise chapter 8 and maybe 7. Had to rewrite most of chapter 7 due to a new idea for the scene. So barely finished chapter 7. But at least the major rewrite is done. Oh, that is such a good feeling. I am a big rewriter, so I feel this. Read and comment on part 3 of 5 of Zainab's short story. Oh, and I love the emoji usage here. Amazing. It's so cute. I love, this warms my heart. I love the Discord and how everyone is friends.
Oh, wait.
It absolutely might mean that.
And this will be a fun one too, because it's like, it's not just whatever answers you pick, who is the person you're most like, but it's who's most compatible, which is like, there's layers and nuance to that question, right? Because like, we could have the Salt Lake City question again, but if anybody answers in a specific way, it completely precludes you from being somebody's soulmate or not. So,
interesting.
Because there have to be like questions that are like, oh, if you answer it one way, you definitely could be this person's soulmate. But then there are also questions that are just complete disqualifiers. Like if you answer it this way, you're not compatible with one person. And so they get knocked out from the running, even if you answer all the other questions in their favor. Like we could each have a question like that, the disqualifying question for each one of us. It's just
Oh, interesting.
this one is also good.
That, that one very much.
Yeah.
No, it would be really funny if we had that disqualifying question, and then if you continue to get all of their answers, you then got they're your nemesis.
Yeah. Oh, that is a good one.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to try to figure that out because I don't think UQuiz is sophisticated enough to do that.
This is funny too.
Oh, that's funny. Wow. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, I'm gonna start a list of quizzes.
Like, more things to procrastinate. Gonna write them all down.
This is what I love to do. It's my favorite thing.
Hard same.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Sorry, I feel like I've really derailed accountability with all my.
No, it's fine. This was the vibes of today anyway. So. Okay. Open my sticky notes.
Are these not the same thing? To kill in your name, but not for you? I don't know the distinction.
Neither do I.
No, this I do not like. I would like to be excluded from this narrative, please.
I'm sorry. We're a package deal, babe.
Excuse me. No.
Okay.
We
have.
In this
Which Gouda are you?
Yeah.
I'm a well-stored Gouda. I think that's the thing.
Is Gouda a soft cheese or a hard cheese?
It's like a mellow cheese in it.
I think it's not like Parmesan, right? It's not like flaky.
No, I think it's like a proper wheel, like a solid wheel.
Oh yeah, like it's like a cheddar.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Not that I'm a,
Me neither. Although I do
cheese sommelier, or whatever it's called.
The cheeses and wines of England and France that right happen to be right here.
Wow, you were so prepared for something we didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, this is a book I bought in an old bookstore in England a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "This is hilarious!" And it's so thick. It's a book on this topic, so.
I want you to Wallace's answer to that.
Thank you. What Wallace's answer to what?
Is it breaking girl code if I hit on John Keats?
No, wait. Tell me why. I want to know why you and John Keats are having a moment.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Let's share the love.
It's very gracious.
Yeah, she's in a polyamorous.
No, that's not what it is. It's that I have. Oh man. Okay, we're going in for the bit here. I'm very confident and I'm very stable in our relationship, so it doesn't bother me if other girls try and hit on my man because I know that, that's not a threat.
That is truly the best answer I've ever heard to anything.
Wait, did you finish this week? Accountability or
no, I just wanted to look at you while you said that.
She was like, I'm getting this in screen record mode. That is on file forever.
We're gonna put this in the eventual Troublemakers video that I make in 10 years for our 12-year anniversary.
Oh man.
Oh, anyway, did I give Lynn a hell yeah? I don't think I did.
Oh, hell yeah!
Regardless, even if I did, you're getting another one because I can't remember. And I don't want to stiff anyone from your hell yeahs. Next up is Zainab. Get out of this writing slump and finally embark on Act 2. So I decided to work on it for Nano. So I decided to work on it for Nano. I decided to start outlining Act 2 as much as I can. But for some reason, this work in progress makes me want to do everything by hand. So I took a sheet of copy paper and arranged sticky notes with plot points on them in chronological order. And wow, it was fun! And now I have a better sense of when the story is heading. I am obsessed with this. I love this. Zainab, do you make videos? You should make videos if you want to.
They do.
You do?
I think they've linked videos in our YouTube bulletin board, ? Colin Zainab, but I'm pretty sure I've seen their videos.
Also, man, I love the chaotic feel of today. You know how I said I'm not participating in any Nano events this year?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yes.
I'm not, but I am. So like I'm still gonna make November special, but it's gonna be special in terms of AuthorTube, not in me making any videos because October has proven that that was never gonna happen. I love how I was like, I'm gonna make a video every single day in October, and I've made 0 videos so far. But I've decided that November is going to be my like branching out in AuthorTube viewership month, where I'm gonna like every day, like this is how serious I am. Every day I'm gonna have a dedicated hour where it's just to AuthorTube, and I'm gonna watch people's videos. Every video that's posted in the bulletin board, I'm gonna try and watch, and I'm very excited. I'm getting like very hyped for this specifically. So
I'm so excited for this. It also makes me kind of want to do it as well.
Oh, fun. Anybody want to do that with me? If you're not going to be like, if you don't have a Nano goal, does anybody want to have a AuthorTube goal for Nano? Zainab is just starting a YouTube channel, says Lynn. So everybody go and support. And I will see you in November because
yeah, I'm very excited. Read and comment on Lynn's chapter 1. Oh, I love the skull emoji. One of my favorites to use. I clicked on this comment expecting to see the eyeballs emoji. Mm-hmm. But then seeing a skull, and I'm like, well, anywho, I have a vision as to where this story might be going, and I'm super stoked to see it unfold before my eyes. Please don't hate me. This is, I love this. I love the interaction of people becoming critique partners and beta readers. That's what I live for. I feel like this gets a Noise, perhaps. Ooh. Maybe a Meryl.
A Meryl.
We're gonna give him a Meryl.
Yes.
I love that. I know we say it every time, but I love you can hear Devasia say Meryl. Like she's announcing what it is before Steve does his little moan. Oh my god.
It's my favorite thing. Next up is Danny. Hit 75k in Dragons No Dragons, which was completed. Is you getting close to being done, Danny? I'm very curious. Not to rush you, but
Sophie says, I really want to watch
hi.
Community too. So come join us in November.
Doing our YouTube watch. And then clean up bedroom because the depressionness is starting to build up. That is such a mood. That's why I rearranged my room. If you notice, I'm in a different location. It's because the depression nest was really getting to be a problem, which is almost finished, which is such a task and a trial. So I feel like does this get a Noise? I feel like this gets a Noise. Maybe a wow.
Manic golf.
Yeah, I feel like
manic
golf works.
And it's not derogatory. She just hasn't fixed it yet.
At this point, it's just become a meme to say, I just haven't fixed it yet.
Yeah, I'm going to rearrange my entire apartment this weekend, and I'm super excited.
That is fun.
Oh, I'm so excited. Better be sending me videos.
Mm-hmm. May I ask, Steve, will you do close friends?
I'll try my best. Make no promises.
Okay, fair.
I'm not great on follow through with promises.
Well,
so.
will you do like a before and after video?
Ooh,
that's all. Like just like slow scan of what it is before, and then a slow scan of what it is after. That's all.
I'll do my best.
Okay, that's all I can ask.
I'm very excited. Next up is KC. Purchased Halloween costume. Ended up getting a steampunk costume. Nice. Ooh, did you post pictures? If you did, I didn't see.
Are you like an engine? Are you Thomas the Engine?
Steampunk is an aesthetic where it's like Victorian England, but if they'd been a little bit more like industrial revolution.
I know what steampunk is, but I was just wondering what steampunk costume entails.
Are you a train conductor?
No, it's probably going to be. She's like it's a Victorian outfit, but like with clockwork elements and mechanical elements.
I hope you're just Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, if you are, post it in the trains channel.
Yeah, please.
Please.
That channel needs to be revived.
Lexi, have you not taken the quiz before? Hello?
And pay another medical bill so they stop sending crap in the mail, which I also see is completed, which means you get a...
Oh, hell yeah!
Well done, Casey. Next up is Laura. Get mental meds. Been out for 3.5 weeks. Laura. And take meds, which was completed. Thank goodness. We love taking meds, which means you get a...
Oh, hell yeah!
I need that.
Which I know.
Good job.
Yeah. I know this is sometimes hard, so I'm going to give you a oh, hell yeah anyway, even though... But...
Bye, Danny.
Bye. Sorry we take too long. Next up is Nikki. Start writing chapter 19. Wrote chapter 19, then realized it's wrong and need to rewrite it.
Wait, should we
That
pause
happens.
so we can all go watch Danny's video?
Yeah,
Just
let's
to
go.
Just to really add to the chaos.
Should we do a watch party? Should we do a watch stream?
We're gonna do a sprint. I'm gonna share. Everybody just mute us and go over, and we're doing a 15-minute sprint. I don't know how long the video is, but that's how long we're doing. Share screen.
We got off track quite a bit.
I got Wallace on the quiz.
Nice, Stieg. That makes me happy. All right, happy sprinting, everybody. Well, should we wait until her video starts? Because I don't know. I don't even know when her video starts and how long it is, but whatever.
It's starting in 56 seconds.
Okay, so Katie, here. Wait, shit. Here, give their person the reaction, and then once Danny's video starts, we'll immediately start sprinting. Oh, it started. Oh my god. Okay, bye.
That was lovely. I'm so excited about the readathon.
Me too. Oh my gosh. Like those, what I especially love. So, for anybody who joined while we were sprinting, a good portion of that sprint was spent watching Summer Honey, aka Danny's readathon announcement for the Vox Machinathon Year 2, which is based off of the Dungeons and Dragons live Twitch live stream called Critical Role. But even if you don't watch Critical Role, you can participate in the readathon. And why I think this readathon is so specifically interesting is because a lot of readathons, it's like the prompts are very cheerful. This readathon, I feel like, is going to really push you to read outside of your comfort zone in so many different ways. Oh my God, the last prompt, the reading a book you feel guilty you haven't read yet, is so good of a prompt. I love the like reading books where, you know, there's something physically about the book that you don't like, because I feel like it's encouraging you to take a chance on the story, even if the physical book itself isn't your favorite or the cover isn't your favorite. I think it's a great idea for a readathon. So Danny, if you're here, if you're watching, amazing job, amazing construction, and amazing job with the prompts.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you do for the like last 6 minutes of the sprint?
Nothing.
You just sat and stared at the wall?
Yeah, or the screen rather.
There you go. Okay.
I scrolled on Twitter for a couple minutes.
I did 6 minutes of unpacking because I have an entire summer's worth of suitcases and luggage and stuff on my bedroom floor. So, yeah. Katie, did you want to really quickly? I swear I will be like, I will zip it as you finish up the last little bits of accountability, and then we'll get into the first question for today's Sprint and Shop Talk.
Is this happening to anyone else's screen?
Yes, the black. Yeah, I cannot see.
I pretend I do not see, except I really cannot see. Hello? What demon has overtaken my computer?
My screen is normal.
There we go. Okay, that was weird. Okay. So we have Nikki paint every day that they're able, painted every day except Thursday because the neck muscle became inflamed. Ugh, that's devastating. But I feel like you got a hell yeah anyway, or maybe a wow. Or you feeling a wow?
I'll give you a hell yeah.
A hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah!
6 out of 7 ain't bad for art.
That's true. And plus, having written the whole chapter and then also figuring out what was wrong with it, a lot of work.
Bob says.
Last but not least is Kelly. Hold on to any flow of sanity left and be a professional girly. A lot of admin, get your writing shit done. Always next week, that is true. And rest when you can, ho. I'm forbidden to stop doing all the things. Kelly. I know this is ironic and hypocritical coming from me. Rest, bitch. You better rest.
Well, if it isn't the kettle calling the pot black.
Will somebody please screen record that and make it into a GIF with sound, so that way anytime Katie's being ridiculous, I can show her herself going, rest.
You better rest, bitch. Here, I'll even give you a good here. You better rest, bitch. There you go.
Nice. Also,
Perfect.
he wrote 384 words during that sprint.
Ooh.
I
feel what does this get? What does this get?
Oh, interesting. Well, she completed her main goal. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, okay, but it's just like, okay. I say this is a polite golf clap. Neutral.
Yeah.
Polite golf clap. Just a quick golf clap.
All right. Is that it?
And that is it. No, but the last thing we're doing
You've
is
been held accountable.
Can't believe I
the
always
fact
forget
we
about that.
haven't
It's so
the fact we haven't gotten copyright claimed
I
by
know.
Dick Wolf is genuinely a surprise.
It's gonna happen. Enjoy this while it lasts. Yeah, so we have an hour into it. We're gonna get to spend some shop talk. We're gonna get to the shop talk. Like I said,
Finally.
yeah. For anybody who wasn't here at the beginning, which was actually quite a few of you, today's spend some shop talk is gonna be just a very like lackadaisy, as indicated by everything that has happened so far. And we're not even gonna be like, not that we ever give advice during Spend Some Shop Talk, but this one's for the dreamers. This one's for the maladaptive daydream girlies and boys, mannies. I don't know.
Mayonnaise? Hey guys. I'll take first.
All right, here we go. The first question, and make of it what you will. You don't have to follow it exactly. And this is for both my co-hosts and for the comments, is describe your ideal writing routine. Dream a little. Where are you? How often do you write? What does it smell like? What snacks do you have? Etc. Etc. Just go into it. Like, describe your ideal writer life.
Picture
Or you
it.
could break
Sicily.
it down. Sorry.
Picture it. Sicily.
Yeah.
1876.
Yeah. You could break it down into actually, yes, I want you to do that. Break it down first into okay, realistically, this is what I could carve out for myself right now in the way I'm living life right now. But then I also want your unrealistic, eventually I want to be writing in a chateau on a seaside, on the side of a loch in Scotland, which it wouldn't be a chateau, it would just be a castle, but you know what I mean. So yeah.
Scotland's coming for us both now.
So Stieg, you first. What's your dream writing routine within the context of your life as it is now? And would you change anything to that dream to make it total pipe dream moment?
Current dream or realistic dream is writing in the morning before I go to work.
Okay.
Monday to Friday.
For how long?
Until I'm done with the project.
No, sorry. I meant do you have a time?
Oh, how long? I think I might be a word count girly.
Oh yeah.
Personally.
Okay.
So 500 words every morning, maybe. That's 2,500 a week.
Okay.
And then 1 weekend a month, I have a proper writing weekend.
Oh, at a cafe at your house?
I think at a cafe. I really like writing outside of the house too.
All right. So we're just going to walk through this experience together. Okay. So it's Monday. You wake up, you have a whole week of work ahead of you, but do you wake up before sunrise? Or
yes, because the sun doesn't rise until 9 in Norway.
Oh, fair enough. Do you make yourself a cup of tea or breakfast at all before you start writing, or is it?
No, I'm not a breakfast person in general.
Okay.
I do beverage because I do vitamins, so I'll have a glass of water, do my vitamins, and then
What kind of cup is your water in?
My God, it's really cute. It's like a little glass cup, but it has a rainbow bottom.
Oh, that is cute.
They're really cute. I'll get one and show you because it really is cute. It looks like a kaleidoscope.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like to do some sort of routine, be it yoga or Pilates or something, just to get my body moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then 500 words and then work. That's my perfect day.
And do you have a set routine of Pilates or yoga that you do yourself, or do you find videos on YouTube?
I follow Yoga with Adrienne. I was like a vibe.
She's amazing.
Classic.
She's amazing.
Pipe dream is 3 out of 4 weeks a month. I'm in a cabin in the woods with the troublemakers writing. And
what about the other week?
Last week, I don't know, admin stuff.
Fair enough.
Or just taking the week off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
We just go on vacation.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific cabin in the woods in mind, or a specific locale, or would it be a different cabin in the woods every single month to switch up? Or?
I think a different cabin in the woods every month would be fun, just because you get to see more of the world, and I do like seeing the world. We do a month in the Scottish Highlands in an A-frame. It's always an A-frame. I love a good A-frame cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could do the Alps maybe, and then some secluded lake in Italy,
Ooh.
and then like
Well,
some kind of moors in like Albania or something. I don't
Ooh,
know. Just to move
yeah.
around.
Absolutely.
for this
Bit like what's that blue phone booth that
The TARDIS.
yes, that's the one. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I love it. Going back to your more realistic goal at the cafe on Saturdays, what is because your word count goal for your mornings before work is 500. What is your word count goal on the Saturdays at the cafe?
2005.
So to get 5,000 the whole week total.
Yeah.
Wow. And at this cafe, do you start with like a coffee or
I usually get lunch first while I just set up and like look over what I want to do and like plan the day.
as opposed to the usual though? Like if you envision your perfect day at this cafe,
I would get lunch while I set up.
what kind of lunch would you get?
They have like, well, I would, in a perfect world, Wallace, I would like to get a sandwich with eggs on it and bacon.
Yum. And what drink?
Just water.
And do you listen to music as you write?
No, I like white noise.
And but you listen to that in your because it's the cafe playing music.
It plays. It's kind of weird. It plays those off-brand cover songs, the famous songs that you're like, wait, this sounds familiar, but this is nothing like the original.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just do my earbuds and then like listen to Waterfall for 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And what's the weather like on this perfect writing day? My bangs are misbehaving. Sorry.
It is sunny. I like sunny.
Oh, that totally fits your personality. Are there
She's so sunny.
Are there lots of people in the cafe, or is it kind of quiet?
It is like I don't want the cafe to go under, so it's like whatever amount of business they need to stay afloat on a Saturday morning / day.
And what table are you at?
I'm at a booth, I think. No, I'm at like a little table in the corner with a power outlet. That's where I'm at.
Ah, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Is there any other little detail that you would like to add to this little
yeah, there's one particular waiter that I like to look at because he has a giant butt and he's there.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, we have so many people. Hold on. Okay, we're going to do some of the comments and then we'll get to you, Katie. Okay. All right. Mullen says, realistic, on the weekend during the morning for 2 to 3 hours, coffee in hand, cozied up with my future puppy. I love that. What kind of puppy? Writing Violet says, a Bath and Body Works candle, amazing, and iced coffee, and actually writing like any words at all. I feel that. Anna says, I dream of the day I can regularly write between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 noon. What's preventing you from that right now? Work?
Her job?
She has a job.
Well, I'm just saying why. And also, I want to know specifically why those 2 hours specifically. Do you feel like you're at your most creative? Is that when you find, is that when you find your most creative? Let us know. Danny says, for her realistic, writing every morning that I can manage, getting my words in before lunch so that after lunch I can work on theoretical freelance projects, more lenient on weekends, but still writing. I love that. Gazer says, the dream. I read a couple times throughout the day, about 1 to 2 hours, where I'm living a bit farther from the town, but not so far it's inaccessible. I have a dedicated candle for every work in progress. I love that. I'm starting a little like list of awesome ideas for you guys, and that's going on it. Dedicated candle for every project.
What candle scent would HR be?
Well, I know Tibifo. This book's for October. I already know the candle scent is the pumpkin chai from Nest. And Helical Rising, I haven't found it yet because
She's elusive like that.
Well, to me, Helical Rising has different, the aesthetic of Tibifo of this book is for October is so consistent. Right? I mean, like it changes from spooky. Yes, she is. It changes from spooky to like harvest and fun, but for the most part, it's the pumpkin chai candle. Whereas I feel like Helical Rising has a different scent for each act. You know, the first act
Ooh.
Andromeda spends a lot of time in this one building. It's going to smell like the building which she describes as citrus and like or coffee and citrus cleaner. So like and then eventually it would like turn more smoky, get a little more Renaissance fair as time goes on because the certain shops come in and out of the building. And then the second act is mainly they're on a road trip. So I feel like it would smell like hot summer dust in the air and stuff. And I don't know if there's like a candle that smells like that. So maybe like one that's like American Prairie Breeze. And that's a phrase that happens a lot in the book is American Prairie. So maybe I should find like a candle that's like based off that. And then the third act occurs in the Hall of the Mountain King. And so it's going to smell a little bit more luxurious, a little more opulent, a little bit more fairy tale. I don't know. So, but the one I know for sure is the one in the first act because that's where I am right now. It could be that by the time I get to the third act, my ideas for how it is totally change and shift. But I love this idea. Dedicate a candle for each story. I love the little things that help put you into the scene, into the headspace. So this is a brilliant idea, guys.
Also, same question, Catherine.
Oh,
Candle for Cruel Summer or Invisible Strings, your take?
I was thinking about this. I think for Invisible String, it would be like coconut and clean linen, because there's a lot of moments where one of the characters is a habitual.
Sorry, I was gonna say Cruel Summer is limoncello, right? Or limoncello and sunscreen.
Yeah, limoncello and sunscreen. Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking
100%.
sandalwood for Cruel Summer. I don't know why, but
Also sandalwood. Also lavender.
Oh wow, this candle's getting confusing.
She doesn't know who she is.
Depends on where you're at. Depends on if you want like a candle for the vibes or a candle for the emotional aspects of it. But in Invisible String, one of the characters is a habitual hoodie stealer. So you know, there's a lot of descriptions of, you know, the smell of like clean linen and like the smell of someone and like stealing their hoodie for comfort.
Well, is it clean linen or is it clean? What's that fabric that that hoodies are made of? Not fleece, but like jersey.
Like jersey, yeah.
Because linen is like what your bed sheets are.
Oh, that's true.
You're just saying like laundry cleaner, like
laundry fabric softener.
Yeah.
Fabric softener, and then like whiskey and like just the faint hint of like a deodorant of some kind. You know, like it's a hoodie that's been worn for like. Not Axe body spray, no. But
I feel like this whole conversation is that TikTok sound of "What's your drink of choice?" A Negroni Sbagliato with prosecco.
Ooh, stunning. It really is.
Yeah, I love that. That was such a great little tangent. This is exactly the kind of vibes and the kind of silliness that I want us to be talking about today. And everybody else,
what I love.
Like, I don't know if we're going to be doing another sprint because I've got to get through everybody's answers for this, but I also want everybody to put in their answer for what candle is your story. Like, give it to us. Tell us. Give us candle recs. I'm a candle girl, so. All right. Kelly says, I had to rewind, got carried away with the girls. I should have elaborated more. I can't rest because Logan is down with shingles. Oh. Then we give you a tried your best. A chicken.
Shall we do it?
Yeah, do it.
Should we do a chicken?
Yeah.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
All the best to Logan. Shingles is no joke. Speedy recovery. Molly says, going to a lake house in a remote area. Oh, Molly, let's talk.
It's lovely. Let me tell you.
Caitlin says, unrealistic in a cozy little cottage in a forest away from society. Again, Caitlin, let's chat. Waking up with breakfast and coffee, then a writing session, maybe some lunch and a walk through the forest. Yoga. Audiobook with walking yoga. Love that. Then another writing session, then dinner and reading by the fire. Yes. Love a maladaptive daydream moment. That is why we are here today. Because I need escapism. Lexi says, for her realist routine, I find time to write a little bit every single day before work without having a mental breakdown. Okay. Did she give a Unrealistic? I don't see one. Danny says for her dream, exactly what I just said, which was this writing every morning before work. Except the freelance projects are not just theoretical, and also the writing isn't just done at home. Sometimes I go out to a park or a cafe to write. Oh, I love that. Gay says realistic, cramming 45 minutes every 5 to 7 days because uni is kicking my ass in a time. No, you guys, this is not the vibe. You guys are being too realistic. I'm talking about like a
It's
dream.
not the
vibe. Don't tell me what your writing routine is right now, or like the stressful writing routine you could try and fit into your stressful life. Like, give me your like the moment of intention that you could build into your life. You know, sometimes if we think of these things as, oh, this is good, even my dream is so stressful, then this is why avoidance is such a huge thing. Like, is there moments of intention that we can build into our crazy busy schedules? I know people are crazy busy. I'm not trying to be like dismissive of that fact. I'm just saying we're here to be Pinterest girlies today. So be a Pinterest girly with me, not a realistic girly. Kelly says, oh, I love this answer, that it's forever fall. That is truly a pipe dream moment. We don't have to talk about the famines that would occur because like that's not the point.
It's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Forever fall. Love it. Cozy fireplace. Yes. Warm mugs of cocoa or tea. And this perfect writing scenario would happen 2-ish weeks out of the month. Oh, okay. I like that too. Jess says, in real life, just effing write sometimes. You know what? This is fair. You know, if you're in a state as I am currently-ish, it's complicated, where you're not writing, sometimes the realistic dream is how to write. But that's why I wanted to create a space today in which we hyperfixate on, wow, why do I sound like a weird guru right now? Where we like
cult vibes out the yin yang.
And for the price of $9.99 a month,
I can take my, like, just pay a small price for my life lessons on how to Don't take any advice from me. I don't live a realistic life, so it's fine. But just effing right sometimes, dude. Let's build the reality around that. How do you envision yourself just writing sometimes? Do you have an accountability partner? Are you sprinting in the Discord? And then like the little things, the candle that you choose to pick, you can create, I'm not saying it'll work, but maybe it's a strategy where you try and create this like ritual. I don't know if that's weird to use, but whatever. It's Halloween. We're going with the spooky stuff. Create like a ritual where you light this candle, you pour yourself this drink. It's at this exact same time every day or once a week or whatever. And that way that's the signal to your brain. Okay, now we write. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Not like, oh, everybody's super busy, you have to make time. Like anybody could write if you really wanted to. That's not the point I'm trying to say. I'm just saying like grasp onto the solid things that you could build into your life to see if you could make the just right a reality, you know, because having that be the dream of, oh, just right is so like fluid that it's hard to grasp onto it. Does that make sense? Am I being condescending? I'm really not trying to be. I don't know.
This is a safe space.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't know about that, but
I guess we'll find out.
Just because that's what I'm trying to do. I am trying for myself. I'm gathering intel from you guys about how to build for myself potentially something that could create a reality for me. I don't know. I'm not speaking English today.
You didn't bring our dreamland one.
Your dream can be as dreamy as you want it to be, but you can also give us your pipe dream. You have your realistic dream, and then your pipe dream. You can make it 3 layers, Danny. Did she? Did they? Did she? Sorry.
You didn't do Jod's dream. Where?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, I thought I did. That is weird. Oh, because I clicked on the comment, but I only read the first sentence. I love it. Sorry, Jess. Yeah. Dreamland, wake up in my friend's chateau. We love it. Where me and my super cool friend writers live, and we have group work sessions in our idyllic castle. And then just an expansion on that. Basically, we just have written in the mitten every day, but we have money. We can hire an in-house chef and housekeeper so we can just hang and do work. Love that. That sounds great. Caitlin says, realistic, writing at least an hour either before or after work, depending on whether I open or close, at least 2 hours of writing on my days off. But like, what else? You know, the
What's the
writing
vibes?
what's the vibe? Like, are you creating a cool rocker chip vibe? Are you having like punk music blasting in the background? Or is it coffee shop jazz? You know?
Sound like
We're writers, paint the picture. Right
Sound like-
for me.
Odette from the Swan Princess.
What?
You sound like Odette from the Swan Princess. When Derek tells her she's beautiful and she's like, and? What else?
And she was valid in that moment.
Very valid. Absolutely. This
So
was me
valid.
reconfirming your worldview, basically.
Thank you. What my goal for today was for us to create basically a Pinterest board, but with words, where we're all just like, you know, blah, picture it. It's beautiful. But, you know, give what you can give. If you can't give more than just what you're giving, it's fine.
If you can't give anything else than bare minimum, Caitlin.
No,
you need to leave.
Caitlin, the thing is it's on me, right? I don't think I described the directions well enough. I'm just, and you, again, give the details you are interested in giving. Maybe Caitlin's like, it's none of your business what tea I drink. It's none of your, well, I mean, her whole channel is about coffee, so she would be drinking tea. But, you know, share what you want to share. And if you're not comfortable sharing any of the details, that's fine. But I'm going to be here asking for details because I want the details because I'm interested in everybody's thoughts. Kelly says, and also I know that YouTube comments have character limits, so that's also an issue too. Kelly says, realistically, finding pockets of time during the never-ending grind of mom life, totally fair. Where would you have like a specific space in your house that you could set up realistically for that? Like, is there a, you know, chair that you could sit in, or a table in your bedroom, or, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know the age of your children, if they're at school or if they're at home, or, but like, if we focus on how do we make this realistic dream a reality, what are some of the concrete things that could be incorporated to make it happen? Sasha says, British Columbia, love that. House with huge windows overlooking water. Great. Wake up, coffee, croissant, and write in warm yellow light. Yes.
There it is.
Breakfast, then walk with dogs. Write, then lunch. Review writing. Kayak. Wine and dinner. Amazing.
I'm there. I'm in British Columbia
Yes.
in the house with the big windows with the
Yes.
light and the warm croissant.
Gorgeous. Is this like your routine every
Stunning.
day? How long do you keep that up for? How do you avoid like burnout? When is your rest time? Or is it you're right every day kind of person anyway? Steve worried about the business of a theoretical cafe. It's not theoretical. This is a real place to go to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, though. We're only 15 minutes behind in the comments. That's not the worst.
Not that bad.
I've once been like 40 minutes behind, so we're fine. Cafe writing is so nice. I particularly love writing at Thai food restaurants. Don't ask me why. It's just they are what I love. Love the imaginary therapist. Wallace is making
Imagery therapist, not imaginary.
I also read imaginary.
This is what I want from all of you. Give me imagery. Because not to be all like the power of the secret, because I didn't read that book, whatever. I feel like sometimes when you start visualizing it, though, the path towards it becomes easier for you to picture and seems less daunting of a task to accomplish. And that could be completely incorrect, but that is a hypothesis that I have. Elaine Z says, realistic, writing 2 hours Sunday to Thursday instead of just staring at the screen, having a writing cafe day every other weekend. I love that. Hannah says, yes, it's the time of day when I have the best energy. Okay, 10 to 12. That's interesting. I don't know how to, because you're working, so you can't. And I'm assuming you can't like beat your job, be like, hey, I'm going to take this 2-hour break in the middle of the day, but I'll make it up at the end of the day. I don't know. I feel like that's, yeah. I don't know.
Well, you work from home, Anna, don't you? So you could just don't do your job.
We're not condoning bad behavior that could potentially get people fired.
Absolutely condoning bad behavior.
That could potentially get
our
fired.
entire
Absolutely not.
channel's
Keep your job, Anna. In this economy, no.
Who needs a job, Anna? Just write your book, be happy, publish.
Oh my gosh. Sasha says,
Have
realistic.
your man support you.
Oh, we love a good cup of feminism in the morning.
It is 5 o'clock here, so
Fair enough.
patriarchy is on the rise.
Patriarchy comes to life at night.
I will have you know that slowly people are leaving the chat or like the we've said some things that have gotten people pressed because we have lost viewership as this conversation has gone forward. So, would love to check the dislikes on this video.
Hold on, this is so funny.
That is awesome. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. And she says, "Having y'all in the background is my bad behavior."
Okay, fair enough. We will accept it. Where was I? Sasha says, realistic, writing in the morning and not having to run out the door for work. How do you make this a reality, Sasha? Do you have to wake up at a certain time? But does your brain work at a certain time? Because from personal experience, the 5 a.m. writing challenge is, at this point in my life, impossible for me. My brain does not function at that time. Sophie says, ideally, I would flip the day and write between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. Oh, nocturnal girl or person. I don't want to assume. I love that for you.
I think they're a moon, actually.
They are a moon. That is true.
A moon. A
What's
moony.
that called? Heavenly body?
A celestial.
Yeah.
The wee bookseller says, unrealistic routine. I'm a literary agent and I don't have to suffer through 8-hour customer service shifts anymore. Ugh. Why is that unrealistic? I feel like it's a pipe dream for somebody who doesn't currently work at an agency to have that as their unrealistic dream. That's just your career trajectory, babe. You're on the path.
We're almost there.
I don't think that's unrealistic at all. I think that is a logical forward progression in your life story. I think if you keep working at it, I mean, you know the ins and outs of your industry better than I do, but I feel like there's real potential here. I don't think that's unrealistic. Midnight Blue Citrus from Bath and Body Works. It's my fave. Love that. For a candle. That's a response to Anna. Aziz says, dream writing every day throughout the day in a shack on my land filled with books in New England and a cottage in Scotland for 3 months a year. Constant warm drinks and candles burning. The cottage in Scotland, are you there for Christmas? Is it Christmas in Scotland or is it
How much
summer?
is a cottage in Scotland?
Oh, they're actually not that expensive, but they have crazy property taxes and the upkeep on them is horrific. Yes, I have done research.
I'm not surprised.
No.
Let's see, on themarket.com.
It theoretically will be if I can accomplish it, but we'll see. The project's a bit bigger than me. Lexi says, I take care of calls and read manuscripts, clear out my queries, do some gardening. What are you growing in your garden? Manifest it. And then finally get to spend an hour or two writing my own story in the evenings and much poot leaf. Always poot leaf. Kelly says, Walmart has a nice candle called Amber in warm leather. And when it's gone, you can reuse the jar. It's so cute. I love the smell of leather. Limoncello and forgotten. Yeah, limoncello and sunburns is what. Limoncello and aloe vera.
And aloe vera. Limoncello and aloe vera. Yep, that's Cruel Summer. Yeah, there is.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
It smells like a freshly opened can of tennis balls.
Because I like that smell, but in that context. I don't know if I like that smell outside of that context. Oh,
This is a great question.
that is a fantastic question.
I don't think so. I think they would have the same.
Yeah, I think their souls are similar enough that they have the same scent. Not that I read Cruel Summer. I've only read the other one. The same one with the different title. The one with the new title.
The revised version.
Revised Cruel Summer.
I thought that the Backstreet Boys for a second.
Ooh, Lexi says my Hobbit story would be a fresh rain, guava, and sea salt scented candle.
I can feel it. I can smell that when I think about your story.
Yeah, amazing. Danny says, I'm not really a candle kind of gal. Scents bother me too much, so I only have 1 or 2 wax melts that I use without association because they don't give me migraines. That's fair. Would you light like a scentless candle while you write? Maybe that's what it is. Scentless candles. Love the chicken and thank you. He has to have gotten better with antivirals, but still not his full self. Well, quick recovery to him.
Sending good vibes.
Ooh, Lexi says my Bigfoot story would be a wood smoke and cedar scent. Lexi, thank you so
that's
much.
lovely.
I'm loving this. Michael says, I think it'd be nice to live and write with no electric lights for a week, maybe more. When the sun goes down, the candles come out, all that. A little bit of a fire hazard, but I'm here for it. I'd be interested in doing this just from like a circadian rhythm standpoint. Like, would I start getting tired at different times? Like, Oh, do you know what I mean? Not to get too granola, but like, at what point
To get granola.
what, like, are all these things like messing with our natural rhythms? I mean, yes, we know that they are, but like, how quickly could you fall back into that natural rhythm? Caitlin says, should we ... commission an Etsy girly to make custom candles for each of our products? Ooh, we love supporting artists and crafters. Let's do it. Kelly says you can grow some brassicas. Is that how you pronounce that word? In fall and hay greenhouses. We can make forever fall happen. Ooh.
It's true. You wouldn't starve if you had a greenhouse.
I was thinking more from like a perspective of from, September to November, you're in whatchamacallit, New England. And then December, you're down south, like in Texas, because that's when all of our leaves changes, late November and December. And then, you just follow the earth. So then from like spring, like May or March to May, you're in southern Argentina because that's when their fall is. And it's like, you're going to find fall-like conditions at any point in time on the earth, I feel like, because of the different hemispheres. But
just a lot of moving.
Yeah. You just be kind of all over. Gaze says Project Star City is definitely black tea and lemon and ocean air and silver sage and pine. Ooh. Or is it, am I reading it like this? Black tea and lemon and ocean air and silver sage and pine. I think that's how I was supposed to read that.
Yeah, it's 3 candles, I feel like.
Yeah. Are they all lit at once or are they one?
Maybe it's another Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 moment.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Ooh, yeah.
Like lit at different times when you're writing certain scenes. Crystal says, my story candle is called Midsummer's Night. I really need to get another one. Why? Do you not like it? Or is it just burning low? Or
I think it's probably burning low. But...
yeah, probably. Sorry, Katie. We are. I thought we were almost. We are not. We are not. Nope. We will be getting to your answers soon.
It's okay. I love these answers. I love listening to other people's.
Lexi says, Kelly, I've mainly been focusing on the Hobbit story this year, but autumn feels like the right time to work on Bigfoot. It does, because forest. Wallace said is literally so precious. I really like that. I have no idea what this is referring to.
To you grasping at like tangibles of making your writing routine.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't ever say something where it's like I'm not taking into account for the fact that it's like literally impossible for some people. So I apologize if I'm only trying to be helpful and get us all in a cozy mood. That's really the intention for today. Oh, Lexi, writing slump girlies. Let's have a chat and a drink, please. Miranda says, I love this idea, but it can also spiral into only being able to write under certain conditions as a procrastination method. Is that me projecting? You know what? This is totally fair critique, Miranda, but it's what I need today. And I'm asking you all to meet me here on this level today. It doesn't have to be an everything kind of thing.
The cult leader vibes are off the chain. Cult leader. I'm obsessed.
I didn't say I need you all to serve me today. I'm saying I
no, but it's giving here. It really is giving like you need to meet me where I am. I'll meet you where you are because we are a commune.
Right. That's all.
She truly is telling us to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. No, I would never.
I will be drinking it.
I would never ask people to do anything that would be harmful to them. But unless for some reason this exercise.
But that being said.
Buy my guava juice.
Today I just need to daydream. I need to maladaptive daydream. So that's why I've asked you all here on this journey with me. I am not. Stop. I'm not trying. I'm just trying to guide. I feel like people, I personally, when I'm commenting on a stream, like I don't want to overshare. So I tend to give like small details because I don't want to seem like someone who's like info dumping, but I'm begging you guys to info dump today. That's what I'm trying to say. I know you guys don't have a lack of imagination. You guys are all writers. I'm confident in your level of imagination. Some Deep Mystery says, ideal writing routine. Get up each morning, make tea. What kind of tea? Light a candle. What kind of candle? And write in my nicely decorated, cozy space. My brain actually.
What does that involve?
Are you an LED light, a fairy light? Throw blankets, fuzzy pillows, different textures.
What color are your fuzzy socks?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mala says, I've been trying to think about a candle for my book for the last 10 minutes. I just don't think I'm great with picking scents. That's fair. Do
Isn't
you
your
have...
project literally called Project Rose? I feel like that lends itself.
I mean, that's fair. That's a good point. Yeah. You
But
can
also,
either,
it's like a law firm, so maybe like
Paper.
old books, paper.
I was more thinking like some kind of woody scent because I feel like that fits.
Mm.
Mahogany.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, demon summoning things like salt.
Mhm.
Because
Sulfur,
they're monsters.
Mm.
Yeah, sulfur.
rotten egg.
Okay. I don't know if this would be a good candle.
Listen, we're fantasizing about the
Yeah.
thought of a can. You
No.
know,
Sizzling
It-
human flesh.
Oh, God. Disgusting.
Blood,
I'm just
metallic.
saying.
Hi.
I'm not writing the story. Malin is.
Um,
Hi, Nia.
You left this,
Welcome.
you left this comment over almost 20 minutes ago. But today we're just maladaptive daydreaming about our ideal writer life because that's as much as I can give today. Jess says, why does it always cut out my sentence when I put an emoji? Oh, I don't know.
Emoji.
Oh, maybe it's because of like character limit or something. Because I think emojis count as 3 characters on YouTube comments, but I don't know that for sure.
Marissa Emoji.
All right. Some Deep Mystery says, dream. I'm near the ocean so I can walk on the beach when stuck. There is someone to bring me delicious beverages as needed. Oh, that is so critical. Space is actually a room with comfy furniture so I can switch around. I love this. I love this. Malin says, a coffee or pumpkin scent for the art of summoning demons because it's in autumn and in college, I guess. I love it. And I love it. Somebody, you guys, one of you said sulfur candle. All right, Jess, realistically, here we go. I don't have a special drink or snack, and I legit can't smell 90% of candles, so they do nothing for me. So okay, you know what? This is fair. Quit the ritual BS that I tried to use to make it happen and just make it happen. Have a set time of day to write and just sit down when it's that time and stop trying to be aesthetic. You know what? This is fair, but I'm going to say it again. Not the energy. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is totally legitimately a great point.
That's some good energy, actually, though.
I mean, yes, it is. It is. It is in direct opposition of what I'm personally trying to accomplish today, but that's allowed. Which, would a cult leader ever say that? No. No, Kate, they would. Or maybe they would lure you into a false sense of security. No.
Never beating the cult leader accusations.
Beating them. I actively flame them. Okay. Danny says, I have an addition to the dream. We love it. Getting to meet up with my writer friends on a regular basis to write together and also just hang out. Love that. Also, I feel like this is such an important, critical part of dreaming about writing because I feel like for me personally, in my experience, having that creative energy and connection, even as an introvert, I find I'm most extroverted with my writer friends, right? That is where, like, and maybe then it means I'm not a true introvert because I really do think I gain energy when I, specifically in a creative context. Like, if I'm with my writer friends, but we're not talking about writing, the energy levels deplete. But then we start talking about writing and the energy levels rise. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. Gay says, okay, more family-friendly, realistic. I could try to write every day for about 30 minutes a day and then reward myself with a good tea and a long walk / cycle. And then I do my uni work and reach nirvana. I think that's great. I love the idea of visualizing the reward. That's also lovely. And that the reward is a good tea or movement. Like, I think those are both such healthy.
Motion is lotion.
Motion is lotion. I love that. Also, I'm the only one who hates cafes. Oh, it feels so bad because I only have one drink and then stay there for a couple hours. Oh, yeah. So that is my one rule of thumb, that you've got to treat your table at a cafe like you're renting it, you know, especially if it's busy and they've got people who come in who do want to sit, and you got there and you have that table. I personally consider it a moral obligation to continuously get a drink or a snack or something, or like leave a $5 in the tip jar, you know, just to make the staff not hate your guts. But also because, like, that is a public space. You're using their electricity if you've got your phone plugged in and stuff like that. So I do think that cafe writing can be quite expensive for me personally, because that is how I choose to interact with the cafe in which I write is. And I didn't always used to do this. When I was in college, hell no. I would go to a Starbucks and I would hunker down in one of the booths. I would order a single drink and then I would stay until closing. So rude, but also, do what you can afford. But yeah, no. If
Yeah,
you're
my
at-
local cafe just knew me as like a gremlin who sat in the corner and ordered polar bear lattes, which are like
What is that?
white chocolate and lavender, I think. Anyway,
Ooh.
before that, I would sit in the back corner and like I would just be hunched in my hoodie
Mhm.
and my sweat and my emotional support scarf, because that's not a new thing, and would just work from like, if I didn't have class, from like 9 a.m. until 5 when they closed.
Mhm.
So they knew me as the local gremlin.
Who occupied valuable real estate.
Yeah, yes. She didn't take up very much real estate, but she did take up some.
Danny says, Steve, that is the exact sentiment that led me to quit my job, and now I have chronic existential panic. Oh my God, me too, Danny. Same boat. We're loving it. Not quitting the job, but the chronic existential panic.
I have a job and chronic existential panic, so I don't think there's any like cause and effect there.
I don't know if this is true, but maybe in that one exact instance it was. Gay says that could also be because I know how annoying those people are because I worked as a server in a coffee shop for a bit. Yeah. Lexi says, boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I write silly little stories during company time. That rhymed. Is that a reference to something?
Yeah. Boss make a
that's
$1, I
annoying.
make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
I don't know it. I'm out of the loop.
I
on
mean,
that
I don't
one.
think it's Shakespeare, but
No, it's like a
it's like a 90s meme, whatever you would call that.
Miranda
A meme.
says Miranda says toxic, like give me the Alice in
Don't worry, darling.
thank you moment, but writing instead of cleaning. Oh, so like you're okay, interesting. Sorry, not to
She's
spoil
being
it.
supported by Harry Styles.
Kelly says the girls are 3 and 1, so they need me a lot, but I'm trying to get a routine down where during nap time and Luna's quiet time I can write. Not to go against everything that I've been saying today, but also don't forget to rest. Because
you better rest, bitch.
and if writing is restful to you, then that's lovely and great. And if it's not, maybe consider ways in which it could become restful, so it's part of your rejuvenation moments. But also 3 and 1, that's really tough. And sometimes you just got to be in survival mode. Miranda says, except it's somewhere where it rains instead of Palm Springs. Yeah, I will say when we were watching that movie, I was like, this place is way too dry. Kelly says, usually when Logan is well, I lock myself in a bedroom and write for a few hours. That's great. Vixen of Fiction says, realistic. I write best at night, but mom with a part-time job. I need to have busy work done so I can focus on writing, but I brainstorm all day. I love brainstorming too. Sasha says, if I pass the bar exam, when you pass the bar exam, I can quit my job and write in the morning. Working on it now. Bars in February. Ah! Hey Siri, remind me on February 3rd that Sasha Green is taking the bar exam this month and to wish her luck.
Okay. You remind me that for February 3rd, 2023.
Cool.
Jokes on you, her bar exam is February 2nd.
I know. That would be silly. Is Katie frozen?
I guess.
I was like, she's just looking real contemplative. So Sasha is working on studying for the bar. British Columbia mornings, here we come. I love that for you. Goodbye, Catherine. Casey says, R.I.P. Especially because we were about to get to her answers. Oh my God. Casey says, Jason and I decided to go to a Fright Fest tonight. Oh, at Six Flags? Was it a good time? It's on the same property that the Ren Fair is. You went to Scarborough? Ugh. How was it? My sister and I have always wanted to go there because when we go to the Ren Fair every year and they're always like, oh, we do haunted happenings or whatever too in October. And we've always been like, we should do that. But it's pretty far away. They have 5 different themed haunted houses and tons more. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, you're going tonight. Let us know tomorrow how it is because my sister and I might then go do it. Throwback Thursday to Orange Julius, Katie. I don't get it. That's an inside joke for you too. And
because I had a character, his name is Julius, and I described.
Hello, audio.
Hi, hello.
Every time it freaks me out.
Live from New York.
Go for it.
I have a character named Julius, and I constantly described him as smelling like orange. And if you don't know, there's a place called Orange Julius. So that's all it is.
That is.
And so I had to change it from orange to something else. So.
All right, Lexi says, LMAO, whilst that's fair, I'll just take a few more years before I'm in that position, but I should really take the time to appreciate the situation I have right now. Writing is possible now. That is true. Miranda says, if anyone knows of an Ocean Breeze and Blood Orange candle, let me know. That would be the signature scent of the work in progress. Maybe you should do, with maybe a hint of like bonfire fireworks smoke.
I would also say a champagne and like cupcakes candle.
That'd be like too sickly sweet though.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
It kind of fits the vibe though.
But maybe that's the one that should have like the firework smoke or something, because every candle needs that one unpleasant scent to like balance out the pleasantness of the other scents, you know?
Yeah.
What's that? Let's not say that on camera. Okay, never mind.
Jess has just updated what she ordered for lunch. Let us know.
She has not.
Okay. If anybody needs a reminder, this is the question that we're
I'm obsessed. I could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, me too.
Also, feel like a bank lamp is one of my writing essentials, and I don't have one. So.
Okay. You know what, Danny? Thank you for this moment.
I love a bank lamp. Especially a green one. Oh.
Bank lamps are amazing. All right. So Danny, like I said, is fitting instructions from the back. And we're going to stop and talk about Katie's answer.
Okay. My ideal writing routine is it is at night and it's raining.
Oh. What time at night? After sunset or like midnight?
After sunset.
Okay.
After sunset. You know, it's blue. It's a little bit like orangey out still, but like it's slowly getting darker.
Yes.
It's raining.
Yes.
Men. Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah. Cats and dogs. And I set up my diffuser that has like I have my thing here. What is in this one? It's called Peace. And it has vetiver, lavender, and ylang ylang in it.
I thought you meant as in the vegetable peas. I was like, that's a weird scent for a diffuser.
Peas.
Peas.
Either this or peppermint, because I love a peppermint. Gets me focused.
Okay.
Sometimes candles make
me.
me.
If you suffer being tired. Lavender is supposed to wake you up.
I thought lavender was supposed to put you to sleep.
I thought lavender is what you used to go to bed.
To like relax.
Oh, I don't know. I had this girl at my job who's like huge into oils, and she always put lavender on my neck when I said it was tired. Maybe she's pranking me. I don't know.
She was trying to make you go to sleep.
She was trying to get you to go to sleep.
Oh my god, the sabotage.
What a bitch.
I'm dying.
That's
oh my
amazing.
gosh.
No, like literally, Steve, go and look up like sleep pillows, sleep candles, and they're all lavender. Like we're not making that up. Like lavender. I feel like the Taylor Swift discourse right now. Lavender, lavender, lavender. Anyway.
Don't need to get into that.
So you have scent.
I have my scent. I have my chamomile tea with honey in it.
What kind of honey? Like lavender honey?
Lavender honey. Just honey, like local honey. I think local honey is the best. We have a shop that sells local honey that we always get, and it is amazing. Just to sweeten it, you know, not no sweeteners in it, just honey. And then I have my thing open on my actual laptop, and then I put up like one of those YouTube videos that has like shows like the outside or something, you know, like they're animated, but they're also like designed, like they're drawn, not like real. They're like drawn.
Yeah.
Something like that's like a library or like the outside. Or there's this really good one that has ambient noise. That's like an old greenhouse garden with like a statue, and it kind of has like a wind going through like broken glass, and it's very wonderful. It's I'll have to find it and post it in the Discord. Yeah. Anyway, I have that on. I put my playlist on in my ears, but I have the ambient noise. You know, I have lights above me that are like warm yellow. I have Christmas lights are on the other outside, so it's just very, very calm. I have my fuzzy socks on, of course, my hoodie, and my emotional support scarf.
All vital pieces.
that is my ideal at home. I can do this routine. Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I've been thinking a lot about it, trying to paint the picture of what this is like. Maybe I'll make a video. Or I won't.
Honestly, so when I was trying to break my slump and I was doing like, there were some things where I felt this is actually going to help. And then there were some things where it's like, this is more just for the aesthetic, like when I was making my writing desk. But I kind of think that self-talk is a little bit, invalidating. Like the fact that I wasn't writing because my desk was messy was a legitimate issue. But that whole week I was like, and I even say it in my video, I'm like, oh, like, I know this doesn't seem like a big deal. Like I made so many disclaimers of like, oh, I know this seems silly, but I actually think it is important to focus on those little things if the lack of those things is contributing to the issue. Doesn't mean that there aren't deeper, more rooted issues in why you're not writing, but that is still vines that you can clear away from the thicket. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because like, if there's something that's bothering you, like, and you try to push through it anyway, you're not going to have your best work. And if it's something you can fix in like a couple of minutes, like even sometimes, like if I just need to clear my space, I'll just take all the the depression dishes and random shit, and I'll just put them somewhere else out of sight, like gather them together and put them out of sight. Like then I just feel a little bit better. And then after I'm done, I can take those down, or just let them sit there.
Yeah. I am not to like be really guru-esque about it, but I once had this yoga teacher.
Ooh.
Where at the end of every class, when you're in, it's not Shavasana. What's the one where you're just kind of lying and it's
corpse pose?
Yeah.
No, not Vinyasa. I think it is Shavasana.
It's Shavasana. Well, anyway,
you're Shavasana corpse pose.
You're in the final resting pose after the class, and you're kind of breathing and letting out everything. And she would always say, if there's something you can do to make yourself 10% more comfortable, go ahead and do it. And I kind of loved that idea because there always was something, right? Like my hands weren't in the right position, but maybe I was too scared to move because I didn't want to make noise. And so then she says, make yourself 10% more comfortable. And okay, now I can put them, like my hands are cold, I can wrap them into myself, or I can even put them in my armpits. Like if that's, you wouldn't think that is like, for some reason, when you're in your head, there are things you're like, oh, well, I can't do that for X, Y, and Z reason. Like I don't want to make noise, or that's not the right way to do this pose or whatever. But then you've been given permission to do those little 10% things that even if it makes you 10% more comfortable, 10% is actually a lot. And
or like you don't even realize like you're doing something that's uncomfy,
like you're holding
and
in
then
your breath.
and then someone's like, do the 10% more comfy, and you like actually actively think what is discomfort right now,
exactly,
and you fix it and you're good.
Yes, that was exactly also the point I wanted to make, so thank you.
That's what I always struggle with too when I was in yoga is like not thinking about the fact that
that something's not working, which is, not to use Jod as our like case study. But Jess has been saying very fairly that she's tried all the routine stuff in the past and it hasn't worked. And so she just wants to sit down and just write. And I get that emotion. I had that emotion so intensely this summer. Ultimately, though, I don't know if it's actually a helpful emotion. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying I don't know because just sit down. Like, what if you're talking to a child and they're like, oh, they need to do this thing, but they're like, I can't do it. And what if you just went up to them and were like, no excuses, just do it? Like, how is that helpful? And the thing is to figure out, why can't you do it? What is happening that's causing the block? And sometimes it's really painful, and sometimes it takes a lot of work, and sometimes it takes you doing things that you think are silly and are time wasters, but it takes you validating those things in order to actually address the issue that's lying underneath it. And I know I'm like totally talking about my butt here. I'm not a licensed therapist, but, I say all of this, and I went through my trying to undo my writing slump, and I don't know, because I've had to switch projects really quickly, and, lots of things are up in the air right now. So who knows, I might try to go back to Halaiko Rising, and suddenly I'm still stuck, and all of my proselytizing about, cleaning up your space and becoming aesthetic could be complete hogwash. So,
but I also think like you start with the things you do know, like you knew having a messy space is not going to help me write this. So you fixed it.
Yeah.
And then you come back to writing it and you're like, something's still not right. What is it? And you can dive into it without having to be like, well, it's because my space is messy.
Right. Yeah.
And I also think for Jess and anyone else who struggles with this, because this also happened to me when I was in college, is you like get rid of everything, all of the aesthetic, all of it. You just sit down. And then if it's still not working, you try to rebuild what will help you or what things that have helped you in the past. And like slowly add in things and take away things and see if there's a combination. Because, you know, you don't have to do all the aesthetic things at once.
Yeah.
You can just, you know, set up, you know, your lights and like maybe that'll help. Or, you know, and every day is different too. That's the thing. Like with my writing routine, because I bet like 6 months ago, I would have said my writing routine included one of those Pomodoro timers.
Right? Yes. Now, absolutely not.
No, and like I cannot write with Pomodoro timers right now, which is so it's irritating, but it's also like it does not make me focus like it did before. So
yeah, no, and I think that's an important part of the discussion of like your ideal routine too, is the idea that it's adaptable and that the ideal routines we're dreaming of today are what works for us today or what we think would work for us today. But everything shifts, and you know, as you get used to things, they stop working and you have to switch things up. I mean, you don't have to, but it's different for every person. And that's, you know, anything we say here is not necessarily a general statement. It's a hyper-specific statement. Yeah. Miranda says, I genuinely would join whatever cult Wall started because that's a cult where you get taken care of.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, they came to you for your candle.
It's been a minute.
It's been 20 minutes, actually. I can think of to fit my story is smoke, which is not great for candle. Disagree. I love smoky candle. I think as long as there are other elements to it. Violet says, not me with my Bath and Body Works opened in another tab. Playing Candle Matchmaker for all these works in progress. That's so cute.
Amazing. I love it.
Like, we have a mood board day. We should also have a candle day where people come in and be like, my story is about X, Y, and Z. Recommend your candles. Like, we should have started a thread about that.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Anna says,
add it to our candle business.
Yes!
We make a candle for your work in progress.
Yes. All my best writing sessions were done in complete blanket control mode, so I guess blankets. I love that. Caitlin says, supposedly your chart determines what environment you'll feel most creative. For example, my chart is mostly air, fire, and water signs. I feel most creative in nature. Lack of earth in my chart. Wait. Ooh. Oh, like because you need it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Is there anyone that might feel most created by water with maybe a lack of water signs in their chart? So, oh yeah, Katie, will you answer this question for me? Because I feel like the best place I ever write is not at the lake, but by the ocean side. Even though I consider myself more of a mountain girly in general.
I would have to do your chart.
You know my chart.
Not off the top of my head.
Oh.
What?
You're not obsessed with me? Excuse me?
What's your birth time?
No, that's private information.
Just put it in the chat.
Your birth time?
Vixen Fiction says, dream. Be able to wake up to a beautiful scenic view. Mountains, water, indifferent to either one, and have nothing else to do or distract me from writing or creating art. Caitlin says, as long as you bought something, you're good. If you don't buy anything and use the Wi-Fi and space, that's the issue. That is my thought as well. Still cheaper than WeWork. Accurate.
Yep.
That is true. Caitlin says, my favorite thing is letting people set up and get comfy and then tell them they need to buy something or leave. That is such a move. That is such a move. Ooh, okay. Some deep mysteries coming in with details. Organic Assam breakfast tea. I can give you that specific at least. My favorite candle was discontinued and I haven't found a replacement. I'm so sorry for you. So sad. Jess says, I feel this way about restaurants too. Like if you're just hanging out talking in a busy ass place, you should tip your regular per hour. I agree with that. The haunted microphone. I know Katie's microphone is seriously so haunted. Danny says, we got to plan a retreat next year that is around Pennsylvania Ren Fair time because it's so much fun and then I can partake in said writing retreat. That is so brilliant. Yeah, I think Ren Fairs in general are weekends only, which the year that I realized that made me so sad because I literally thought these people were just here like 24/7 in character, in costume. And I was like, I want to run away to a Ren Fair. But no, during the week, they like go back to the city and have not normal jobs. Ren Fair is a valid and normal job, but you know, it's, no, I always wanted to work at a Ren Fair. Miranda says, yeah, I do think I need multiple candles for the acts. Act 2 gets that cupcake moment and fireworks, and Act 3 is like morning dew. Chlorine! Ooh. Giving Great Gatsby vibes.
Is it, that is kind of the vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Casey says one brain rot project would probably be Subways and cigarettes. Ugh, but I love that description. So speaking of snacks that I'd like to have an endless supply of homemade pumpkin whoopie pies. Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
That is apt for Katie's stories, so that works.
It is. It is work. It works.
Mm-hmm. Lavender is totally for sleep. I think that girl was trying to sabotage you, Steve. 100%.
I think she was. She was trying to get you fired.
Melon says, I 1000% use those YouTube ambient videos. Ambient, not ambient. Ambient videos too.
Ambiance.
I particularly love rain sound ones, like Cabin and Forest at Night with rain sounds. I do love those. Lexi says, okay, I'm going to get more into the imagery here. I'm a literary agent with an amazing community of authors around me. I have 2 writing retreats each year, one with you guys and one somewhere tropical. I love that. My passion vine has taken over the entire trellis, and I have enough to share with everyone. I find time to write every evening around dinner outside by the jasmine trellis. The coyotes and owls keep me company well into the night.
How's
Mwah!
that for a picture, Wallace?
What?
How's that for a picture?
Gorgeous. Stunning. Fabulous. Accurate. Small obstacles are still obstacles. Caitlin has shared her favorite ambient noise video. Bye. Sorry, we only did one 15-minute sprint. Oh well.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh, hey, I think I might be starting to catch up a little bit.
Ooh, you.
Yeah, use trying to be aesthetic as a form of procrastination. And that's the thing is, everybody has their own set of obstacles. The things that were my obstacles are not everybody else's obstacles. But sometimes you have to identify what they really are, being gracious to yourself. Just saying, oh, I'm lazy isn't good obstacle identification work, because I personally believe that there is something underlying whatever you consider to be that laziness. So, and I'm not saying you called yourself lazy. I'm just using that as an example, because that was one of the first things that I wrote down on my 2 separate lists that I made for my external and internal issues with working on Project HR. One of the first external things I said was, oh, I'm just lazy. And I have come to believe that that's not actually true. I think that there's a lot of deeper stuff happening, which is why we don't need to get into it. Hey, Paris, we are talking about dreams. We're maladaptive daydreaming about our ideal writing life. And honestly, this might be the only thing we get to today. We might do one more sprint and then bounce. I don't know. Caitlin says, love y'all, but if I want to write before work, I got to go. Bye. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're not. I'm not sorry.
No.
I still love him. But he's more my friend instead of my,
Not yeah. Oh, hope we're adding to the experience and not detracting from it, Lexi. Miranda says, we're people making art, not robots in a factory. The conditions are not always going to be optimal, and optimal conditions are going to change as we do. Yep.
What a lovely
All my projects are so city. Sorry, what, Katie?
That was such a lovely sentiment. I really like that.
Miranda continues to say, all my projects are so city-esque, so I gotta try writing when I'm not on a remote retreat, but what a struggle to have. Callie says, I think at times it's necessary to go around house clean if that is affecting your writing, but I have used hyperfixation on any other task but writing, so those days I had to take a step back and look at what was happening in the story at that time, and I thought it was avoiding writing. I think that's brilliant too. I know, and they're happening. I swear, it's just written in the mitten and traveling. I literally drove across the United States the past couple of days, and so, but this is on my there. It's very close to the top of my to-do list. It's going to happen within the next week. Katie says, I couldn't say this because I was driving, but I like how you made your main character smell like something that makes you sick. I know, I did think that was interesting from a psychological perspective. It's like, what is she internalizing or externalizing here?
It's just a vibe. It just he feels like he has an orange vibe. I'm sorry.
Miranda says, we're also epitomizing that TikTok sound of, I want to go to there.
Yes.
What is this?
This is my favorite abandoned greenhouse one that I was talking about. It's the whole channel is excellent, so I just posted it there, and I will post it. I think we should have an ambient videos thread in the multimedia section, like Jess said.
Oh,
Or
wait.
Mullen said, sorry.
Don't we have something like that already?
Let's look at it. It's been a while since I've been in the
Put it
Discord.
in, well, yeah, that's fair. Oh, you can put it in the resources. That's where it is. A lot of people put stuff like that in the resources section because it's or like references section, I think, because it's like a resource for writing, because that's what the reference section is meant to be, is writing resources. But it might be nice to like maybe make the reference section a whole section and have like, okay, here's our literary resources, our grammar resources, and our writing like aesthetic resources. I don't know. I'll think about it. We're in the fall purge, cleaning, organizing time of the Discord anyway, so be expecting random changes to occur. Kelly says, most times I find the sit down and do the damn thing moments happen to me every few months, maybe burnout or the traumatic elements, but I usually feel good once it's finally done. That is true.
The orange.
Oh, right. Okay. It's not the approach for everyone. That's true. Mullen says, can everyone share their ambient videos in the Discord? Okay. Yeah. Everybody go share in the cafe for now, and then we'll see. I should be asking writing retreat questions in the Discord, so look for me. Oh, interesting. No pressure, just a reminder they're there. I know they're there. Like I said, they're very near the top of my to-do list. I mean, the orange character did initially have some icks that had to be gotten over, so maybe that works.
It's true.
All right. There we are, people. Thank you for coming on that journey. That was a lot. That was a lot more.
It was lovely. I had a great
That was
time.
an hour and a half.
It was an hour and a half, and I feel a certain way about it because I was like, oh, we're just here to have a good time, and then we like talked about some pretty intense stuff. Let's do a sprint, and then let me look at what I forget. Oh yeah, Katie, do either of you guys have a Pinterest board that you want to share after the sprint or anything like that?
I mean, my whole Pinterest is dedicated to writing, so.
Well, because I was gonna say from a timing perspective, we could just do like a nice long sprint and then just say sayonara.
What are the other questions? Can we ask that? Can I see what the other questions are?
Well, let me see what I wrote to you guys.
You don't have any other?
I do. I wrote them to you last night, but we kind of like. So there was one that was going to be like really capitalist, girly, let's be influencers moment, where I was going to be like, okay, what are the objects that you like really want to acquire because you've convinced yourself, like Grape and her Alpha Smart,
Yeah.
And like a flip of that question. So let me say the question. The full question was going to be, what are some items you want to buy to help assist you in your writing journey? And then the flip of that question was, what are some objects you purchased that have assisted you or that you purchased and actually ended up being a waste of money? So that was going to be kind of the next set of questions. And then the final set of questions was going to be going over the mood boards if people had made them. Oh, I feel like we should sprint though. And maybe I can do it after this.
No, you have time for your answer, Wallace. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, darling.
Wait, Lexi, shh, nobody answer this question right now. We'll save it. Okay, well, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll talk after this sprint. Okay. Let me pull up the sprint, and I will kind of go over my routine as I'm pulling up the sprint. Well, first of all, how long the sprint do I want to do though? Okay, I got it. So, sorry, I just saw Marina's comment. So, from like a bird's eye view perspective, something I've learned this summer is that even though I would love to be a write every girl or everyday kind of girl, I'm not a write everyday kind of girl. And especially, I don't even think that I am a write every month kind of girl. I think in future years, I'm going to intentionally take July and at least the first weeks of August off. I might end up just taking all of July and all of August off. There is an author, it might be Stephen King, I don't know, who does 6 months where it's like they write for 6 months and then the rest of the year they're not writing. And I think I need to experiment and incorporate that. But I would love to wake up every day, have some form of movement that kind of gets my brain going, and then water, because I love water the most of all beverages, and then have the whole like writing space set up, have a candle that I light to mark the beginning of the writing time, and then no sprinting. I really am in a phase where sprinting just isn't going to be it for me. And I'll talk about an accountability buddy on the back end, but no accountability buddy like during it. I'm in a marathon vibe right now. I think I have to really, it takes me like at least 40 minutes to actually get settled into the story. For the first 40 minutes, it's like pulling teeth, right? I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be here. I hate this. Like I get scared. I was at a point this summer where I couldn't even open up the Scrivener document of my document. And so I'm still rebelling against even writing. And so I need that time and that space to really allow myself to get into the story. And if I'm sprinting, or if I have an accountability buddy who like every hour I'm checking in with, then it all breaks down because I come out of that space and then I have to get back in. And then the whole day is just me pulling that teeth. So I think from an accountability standpoint, I'd love to have like a weekly buddy where, we have like a little coffee date or something and sit and we talk about how writing went this week and the goals for next week, and like exchange ideas about how to improve our writing practice, and also how to like achieve the goals that we want to achieve. And also like if there's a place in our story we're getting stuck, giving each other ideas on that. I would love that. I think having a creative partner in the writing process is part of my theme. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't made a decision about word count versus hourly. I think I lean more towards hourly, like trying to get a certain number of hours in a single month and not in a week. Because again, my life is just so in phases that 1 week is going to be one way. Oh, maybe I froze. Three. Steve?
3.
Oh, the noises changed. So I thought I'd lost audio or something. Anyway, I don't know. And this isn't, yeah, and it depends on what story I'm writing on it. No, it's not the same. Like I love the weekly accountability sheet. I do. And that
The accountability sheet doesn't speak back.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like
it does inform of us roasting people every week for not doing it.
That's true. That's true. But the thing is that I need the roast. I'm not the kind of person who's like, I need somebody to call me on my shit, if that makes sense, where it's like when they can tell that the reason I'm not doing my best is because I'm just being bratty versus that there's something actually going on, and that's a lot to ask of somebody. But that would be my ideal is having someone who's like on the weeks when I'm really struggling, it's like, okay, let's hunker down. Let's figure this out. But on the weeks where I'm like, oh, I have every opportunity to work and I just didn't, then be like, hello, be better, do better. And if you don't, this X, Y, and Z, you're going to be punished. I don't know. Like, no, not really. But, Katie, don't read into that. I see your face and that is not where this needs to be going.
I didn't say anything. I said nothing.
Your eyebrows were saying it all.
My eyebrows speak for themselves.
Really do. So yeah, I think, and then for dream, my dream truly, Malin, this was what we were not going for. This was not what the vibe. Stop it. Dream. I hate every single one of you.
Anyway, the dream.
Honestly, I'm so lucky that my dream location is a place that I'm able to go every year. Now it is the place I go to in the summer, the place I just got back from. And I'm incredibly unproductive there in the summertime. But when I'm there by myself, I'm extremely productive. And so my dream would be to find a place like that and live there year round and, have a garden, have all these things that are like creative, get you in touch with reality, get away from the internet a lot more than I do. And I think my writing suffers when I spend too much time online, which is an interesting catch 2022 in the terms of AuthorTube. I don't know if I use that phrase correctly, but it's a double-edged sword.
I like 2022. Catch 2022.
I say 2022. Yeah. Anyway,
so that's really what this year's been. Catch 2022.
Yeah, it's been Catch 2022. So that's kind of the best version I can give is cottage, garden, tea, water, cozy fires, some online participation so I can be social, but no TikTok, no scrolling, and lacking the desire for that. That's part of the dream, is not having that urge, where the urge is to write, the urge is to read, the urge is to connect, not to sound creepy, culty, but to connect with the earth and connect with my inner self. And
connect with this guava tea for only $9.99 a month.
But Kelly, that's what I've been doing all summer. And that's why we're having this today, is because I've had to leave the place that I love most in the world this week. And it was actually really, really tough. I'm having a tough time adjusting now that I'm back in a city. And
I read this as go touch grass, affectionate, as opposed to the usual derogatory. That's how I read it. Affectionate, go touch grass.
Like, it's not, ugh, you need to go touch grass. It's, I need grass. Like, not police, but like, I need nature.
I need the actual earth to give me dirt.
Yeah, taking dips in the river and dancing in the rain. Exactly. Yeah. So, all right. Can we? Oh my God! Can I just say this?
Her.
Here, she was an author tuber. She and I were one of the first. She was one of my first subscribers. She had a whole AuthorTube channel where she was writing plays in Los Angeles, and her name was Nina, and she made the funniest effing videos ever. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is. We literally started our AuthorTube channels. Like, we were in the same cohort of people, like her, Diane, I think Hudson also started around our time, but I don't know for sure. But and then Nina, who I forget what her channel name was. It might have just been Nina. I can't remember, but it wasn't Jack of Most Trades. But literally, she and I would comment on each other's videos and stuff, and I was like, oh. When I was a baby author tuber and I was like dreaming about my future author tube life, I was always thinking, oh my gosh, this girl and I are going to go on writing retreats together. We're going to like build this amazing friendship. I'm so excited. And then stuff in my life happened and I stopped making videos for like 7 months. And by the time that I came back, she was gone and all of her videos were like gone. Like, she deleted her AuthorTube channel, and I was so sad. I was like, oh, I felt like that was a friendship that I completely missed out on. And then one day I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling, and now she's like living out in the woods, and I'm so thrilled for her that she's living her best life. And I'm like, oh, good for you. But I feel like so far away now. I'm like, what could have been? We could have been such good friends, because she had exactly my brand of humor, like absurdist and but like absurdist but layered. Like, she's so intelligent and her jokes were so ridiculous, but they were smart in how ridiculous they were. I don't know if that makes sense or that's all interest, but like, they were stupid, but they were smart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. No, I get that exactly, because I've watched a lot of her TikToks, and that's very accurate.
Yeah. So I'm so thrilled for her. Also, maybe I probably shouldn't have said her real name, because she doesn't. Everybody forget the fact that I said her real name. It was on her main channel, and maybe that's not even her real name. Maybe that's the channel, the name she used for AuthorTube. So, anyway, Jess says, "Listen, Walsh, you're always welcome to stay with me. We ain't fancy, but we got lots of grass and horses. Yeah. I've got a lot of planning to do in my life over the next couple months, and a lot of soul searching and things to think about. But big changes potentially, or maybe zero changes, because I have inertia. Anyway, what, Steve?"
What is going on here on this day?
Oh, would love to know.
We're having a time.
I'm having such a time. Anyway, let's sprint. We're gonna sprint in the place that I've just left and that I miss more than anything in the world. We're gonna do a goop. We're gonna do a goop moment. Here we go.
I miss her.
No, that's not what I wanted. Present, share screen, Chrome tab, a perfect Pomodoro, no background noise. Sorry, Katie, but the sound of the water. I know, but people don't like the sound of the water.
Oh, they're wrong. All
right, is everybody ready? 24 minutes and 50 seconds. Here we go.
What a perfect sprint.
Cool. How was that, Sprint?
I watched a 21-minute video essay on a lawyer reacting to petty celebrity wills.
Oh, fun. Any interesting ones?
Houdini. Okay, can we just take a moment to
Let's
talk about
take
Houdini
a
and his will?
Let's take a moment.
He and his first of all, he died on All Hallows Eve, king.
Love that for him.
And he and his he left one specific comment in his will that he was not leaving any money to a woman named Sadie, and in extensive context, talked about how much he disliked her, specifically because she was first married to one of his brothers, then divorced him. 10 days later, married his other brother. But that's not the funny part, though. The funny part is that Houdini and his wife had this pact that whoever of them died first, the other one would try and summon them, speak to them like clairvoyantly every day on their death day. And obviously, Houdini died on Hallows Eve, so his wife hosted parties where she tried to have these clairvoyant gatherings with him every day for 10 years until she's just like, you know what, maybe this isn't true. And they had this secret code word that they were supposed to tell each other if they like reached out from beyond the grave. So yeah, that was just very interesting. And also, I think what you said, the Magician Society now upholds this tradition of trying to speak to Houdini every Hallows Eve. So I think that's like, I was like, story. Is there a story here?
That's cool.
I feel the story
also,
juice flowing.
yeah,
Wow.
That was fun. And also it went through the messy sordid tale that is Anna Nicole Smith's will. And 24-year-old battle over her husband's will.
Yeah.
So yeah, learned a lot of stuff. I like this lawyer chick. She's cool.
Yeah, that must have been a good video. Katie, how'd you do?
I changed out of my pajama top. I'm still wearing my pajama bottoms because you can't see me. And then I just did some website-y things for 15 minutes.
We love a good website thing.
Yeah.
Crystal wrote a bit. They needed to do research on what kind of car crash she wanted for the scenes. Violet is trying to figure out characters' ages, but the math is not mathing. Violet, that's the worst, says Danny. I hate doing that kind of stuff. Danny asks for a link to the video that you were watching.
I'll link it in the cafe.
All right. Wow, we're almost at the 3-hour mark.
How did we get here?
But we are going to do quick roundtable question number 2. And by quick, I mean 1 more hour. Here we go. Stieg, what products, if at all, any, do you want to buy to add to your writing process? What products have you purchased that you can vouch for? And what products have you purchased that weren't worth it?
First of all, I'm very big on online spending. I like products. I like capitalism. Should I? No, but here I am. Just, a product of the generation before me, if anything.
Every generation ever. People like to acquire stuff. That is like human nature.
Yes. But do I want anything that I think will... Well, I just want silly stuff like, I'd love a new desk, like those raised lower desks so I could stand and write. I feel like that would really, really help me in my process. So that's how I'm trying to justify that. Just bank lamp for the aesthetics. I want 2 screens because I only have 1 screen. I'm like, but I need research on the other screen. Even though I write on a laptop, who cares?
You do need many screens. I can vouch for this.
So that's kind of my dream. I'm like, I want a raised lower desk. So that's what I'm doing next. Things that I have bought that didn't work out. Yes. Where do I begin? Here's the story all about how I once bought a clickety-clacky keyboard, thinking that would solve all my problems. Didn't. I also bought really an overpriced lap table so I could put the laptop on top of the lap table and then sit in the couch, right? Didn't happen. I bought those metal stands that you can plop your laptop on top and then you can have your keyboard down and you can have it. No. She sits used on the kitchen table. So yeah, I do have some people will call it a pathological history of buying stuff that I have no need for, but I'm not one of those people.
Fair enough. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Katie, we're gonna get to like immediately, except I just wanted to say that some people answered right before we went to Sprint. Where's Lexi's comment about wanting a keyboard?
Clicky lacky.
Where is it? I don't know where it is. Katie, will you highlight it for me? I don't know where it is. Did she delete it?
No, it
Because
was
it
Hudson,
said-
wasn't it?
Oh, was it Hudson? I didn't think Hudson was here.
No, not Hudson. What's the other Hudson? Lexi.
Yeah, well, the other Hudson is Lexi. She must.
There we go.
Oh, where is that?
Oh, that was so much further up than I thought.
11:43.
Or 5:43.
Wow.
if you
Oh
were
yeah.
not
Oh, and then
centrally
Miranda's
located.
iconic Adderall.
Adderall.
That is so good. Yeah, that is so good. Also, Becca, I don't know if you're here. I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello and welcome.
Hi, Becca.
All right. Nina, hi. Here for just a second to drop a like and say hi. Hi. Started a job this week, so I'm tired. Taking a quick nap before Michael's stream. Not used to getting up early. You got this. You got this.
You got it.
Have a good time at Michael's stream. And Danny says, I don't really have an answer. I just have a ton of notebooks and pens and such from various places. And there's nothing I really want except for like a monitor stand and other desk organization stuff. Nice. Casey says, I bought a Bluetooth keyboard for my phone that I never used. Jason got me a laptop that I was excited to use for writing. It in fact hasn't been used for that.
Has been used.
Yeah.
It
Also,
has been used to play The Sims and to watch Critical Role.
would love to get an Alpha Smart.
Why? What is it with everybody in the Alpha
Yeah,
Smart?
what's
I like buying things, Wallace.
Especially after
makes me
witnessing
happy.
Great. But
I
like,
thought you of all people could relate.
but like, I can. But I like buying things that I see work for people. Like you've seen firsthand how Great purchased her Alpha Smart, and it sits dusty on a shelf.
That's great, though. A lot of people have Alphas also
Absolute
coming from grapes.
roasting. Abstract
Stragglers.
how to eat roasted grapes. Grape
But also
roast.
a lot of other people. Violet swears by your Alpha Smart, and me and Violet is very alike. So I'm
That's
feeling
fair.
we're both Capricorns. We're both petty bitches.
Okay.
both-
Well,
You're both 30.
it's not a
Ish.
product for me. That's what I
Whoa.
should say. Like I look at that and I'm like, I would hate that. I would hate the like such a small view. I think that would like internally create a small view within my head. You know?
Mhm.
So
That's
but
what
that's
I
just
need
me.
because I can't focus and I
Oh.
can't do big picture stuff. I just need here and now, just this one sentence is what I'm telling myself as a validation for buying this thing. That I will probably just sit dusty in my office too, because me and Grape is a lot alike.
Mm,
So
True.
yeah. This is also true. It just says why I get an Alpha Smart. We can get a free ride Alpha for $1,000.
what's the free ride Alpha?
I have
And
no idea.
where do I get one?
No idea.
This is literally
Oh, that says $1,000. I thought that was $1.
no, it says
Oh. 1,000. 1K.
Casey says, I want a PC for myself. We already have one, but Jason uses it most of the time. It would be great if we had two, and then I would want 2 monitors. I love that. Oh, Grape, you've been here the entire time. You said
If you're following her Insta story, she's out stomping, looking at book
Yeah.
boxes.
Oh, okay. Well, but that's what I'm saying to Stig. I'm like, why do you think this thing would improve your writing routine when you've seen one of your close friends purchase it, acquire it, and it not improve their routine? That's what I was trying to say.
Would I call her a close friend?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't want to speak for you.
Yes.
Good. Miranda says, oh, didn't have a timer that went off. That's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, anyway. Okay.
We're not going to circle jerk back to that.
No.
Not lingering.
So many
Not
things.
touching on that comment.
So many things could be said, could be discussed, but we're gonna whip on right past it. Lee Bardugo uses an Alpha Smart.
See? I feel like me and Lee Bardugo is very similar.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm,
Knowing
definitely.
absolutely nothing about her except that she wrote a book I love.
Katerina.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, not good.
Oh no.
Just
wrong?
answer the question, babe.
I have bought many things that have helped my writing process personally. That I think. The first of which is this laptop that I
Zigzag
literally
keyboard.
talked about. Yeah.
Your zigzag keyboard.
Yeah. So it's strangely made so that it works for carpal tunnel. Oh god, I'm going to knock everything off of this. It looks like this. It takes a little bit to get used to, but it's great for carpal tunnel. My favorite thing. Just kidding.
It's
Carpal tunnel,
very
but it does actually
strange
help.
to type on it.
It is, but it really works if you have carpal tunnel. I also
Which I don't,
have
so maybe that's why it doesn't work.
maybe. I also have hand guards that keep my hands from flexing in weird positions.
Do you think that they've been helping?
I think they do hinder, which is why I got the keyboard. So they help and they don't. They're just annoying to put on, and they make my hands itch, so I don't use them a lot. What else have I gotten that's really been helpful? Wireless headphones, so that I can wander around and still listen to music and not be attached to my keyboard. And then something that I don't know if it's really helping me, but I'd like to think that it is the things that I actually got recently, because I've been wanting them for a while. Crystals. Got 2 crystals sitting here as well. One, a gift from the lovely Miranda, as well as, specifically for this occasion, just kidding. I got some oracle cards and tarot cards. I don't know if they'll help me or not with my writing process, but I figured they're very nice. And then I also have a lap desk that I personally do use a lot because I am ill a lot of the time, so I have to lay in bed. And I think that's about it. I feel like most of my purchases have been good for my writing routine, but maybe I'm just telling myself that so I don't feel shitty.
Or maybe you just don't have a shopping addiction like me and Steve. Maybe you're like an intentional.
Here's the thing. I am a shopping addict, but I also have immense guilt about money. So if I buy something, I will use it.
Must be nice.
Yeah, but I have immense. Yeah, but it's like it's either use it or just sit in paralyzing guilt over the fact that I've spent money.
It's
fine. Anyway,
to not use it and then sit in paralyzing guilt.
I mean, that's usually if I don't use it, I will sit in paralyzing guilt. So yes.
Oh, sorry, I meant not sit in paralyzing guilt because I don't have guilt over things I buy. I just like, oh, that was a waste of money. Okay, on to the next thing.
I think maybe not having a job would give you that guilt. Maybe would give you that guilt, probably.
That makes sense because it's like.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah. No need to talk about this today.
I'm keeping all the porn comments, by the way, for you in the comments. Behave yourself in the chat. Miranda says, "Ooh, this is bad for me. All these things are things I already have: extra monitor, keyboard, standing desk, etc. Yikes." Violet says, "Unlike Stig, I'm loving my new lap desk. I always call our couch my office, and now it actually feels like one. Worst thing was one of those boogie board reusable writing pads. I never use it. I don't even know what that is." Some Deep Mystery says, "Worth it. A second monitor, a monitor stand, mug warmer, clacky keyboard, tiny laptop for travel. Ooh, fun. Vertical mouse. No, what's a vertical mouse? Not helpful. More pins, a stand to put the desk to stand up, cork boards, bullet journal." Ugh, that last one.
A vertical mouse is like a mouse that you hold like this kind of.
Oh.
It's like vertical instead of elongated.
Weird. The bullet journal is hard.
Cool.
I've spent so much time this year. I spent so much time earlier in the year making this beautiful bullet journal. I have a whole video about it, my author journal, and I'm supposed to have like individual project journals. And I do think that the project journals I could kind of put in the same vein as like making a Pinterest board or something where it's not writing, but it does help me as I'm doing it. It's almost like a meditation where as I'm doing it, I'm thinking about the characters and I'll get ideas while I'm making the journal and I'm like writing them down. But yeah, no, if you look at those things, like they are barely used. And it is so sad because I always want to make like the follow-up video of like once it's filled out, but that rarely ever happens. But I also have been in a writing slump for a good portion of the year. So maybe that's what the issue is. But
a mug warmer is on my wish list.
Ooh, like to keep your drink hot. You just want a thermos.
No, I want, well, Yes, but I want to be able to use my fun cups.
Oh, so it's like a one that you put on the mugs themselves.
You sit the mug on there, and then it keeps it warm from the bottom up.
Is that your written in the mitten mug?
It is, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
cute.
she is.
Written mitten.
Cute.
Cute.
And there's like a drip of coffee left, and I can't drink it because it's cold. But if I had a mug warmer,
It wouldn't
I
be.
could drink it.
Mm.
I'm trying to be less wasteful.
Danny says a lap desk would be helpful for days I have trouble getting out of bed. Maybe then I could sit comfortable away and not have to readjust every 5 minutes. Violet says I like my Alpha Smart for doing short stories, flashes, /brainstorming, but I don't use it for much drafting lately. I could be convinced to do it in that way, but I still just don't think it works for me. Jess says the Literary Witches deck changed my life. That is a huge what's the word for it? Like a what's the word when you are advocating for something? I guess it's a huge
compliment, review,
whatever. It doesn't matter, but I feel like it starts with an A, and it's you saying like, "I like this thing." Anyway,
Advocate.
authorization.
no, it's advertisement, but not. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Ooh, the Literary Witches deck is one I've been wanting for ages. Casey says, "Witchy folks, answer me this, please. I've heard it's bad luck to purchase your own tarot cards. Thoughts. I've seen tons I like, but I don't need that juju. I've never once heard that. And the only deck of tarot cards in this world that I actually trust and believe are connected to the universe's intention are a deck of cards that my sister has that we use only once a year on Halloween. And I'm telling you, the readings that this deck of cards gives is unreal. And it's a deck of cards that she bought like 10 years ago. Barnes & Noble's got fairies on it. So it's like, but yeah, no, she definitely purchased that straight up. But it is the deck. Endorsement! Miranda, I know it doesn't start with an A, but I love you knowing, and you got me, endorsement, exactly. Was the word I was looking for. People like good lap desks. Great Fi recommends Literary Witches deck. Wow, lots of lap desk love. Some Deep Mystery wants an actual standing desk, a good cozy chair. Oh, those are best. To curl up and write in. More articulated monitor stand arm thingies. I don't know what that means. Mullen says, my dream item is those coffee tables that open up to have a desk bit come out and you can then work from the couch without one of those lap desks. Oh, that is super cool. Jess says, witchy life is all about intention. If you buy them thinking about how it's going to be bad juju, it will be. If you buy them thinking about the positive things you can do, you'll be fine. I love that. Yeah, I actually just bought a deck of tarot cards because I thought they were beautiful, but then I saw that they were manufactured in a place that I do not buy things from. And so then I felt all this bad energy. So now I'm like, now I don't know what to do with these. So I don't know. Anyway.
Gatekeeping.
Oh, I must have skipped
in the witch community. Yes.
Okay.
That's what has to buy them for you.
Okay. Oh, interesting, because it got cold up there. I don't know. There was a mug warmer in the cupola. Wait, what? I think it was a candle warmer, you guys. You used it for your mugs?
Well,
Wait,
read the rest of the comment.
What?
Well, it might have
been a candle warmer.
I know. I was reading it while...
Oh, you were so excited. I thought you were just telling Grape it was a candle warmer. I was like, yeah, she been new.
That's so interesting. Everybody needs a cupola in this life. For people who don't know, the place where we did our retreat had a tower, 3rd floor. It's called the cupola, and it's just this like space that's 360-degree windows and couches in the treetops. And so you're like within the leaves and branches of the trees, and you can see the lake. And yeah, it's super cozy up there. And it's called the cupola, which is what everybody's referring to. Mullen says, Katie, what I have is a thermal mug from Nespresso, and it keeps my coffee warm for ages. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It definitely had the word mug written on it, something. I swear to God, it looked like it was from mugs. It might be. I have family members who go up there with coffee all the time, so maybe it is a mug warmer. And there we go. Oh, wait, no, I have to answer. Okay.
Yes. What do you got? Tell us.
Okay. So for my once, I would love to pull a Hudson and get a typewriter. I know it would not work for me. Like the same way that I don't think an Alpha Smart would work for me. I think a typewriter would not work for me, but I'm curious, like, I just want to try. I just want to see if a typewriter if something would click in my brain, and like, I would love it so much. But I also know that they're like really finicky and they can break and you have to like really take care of them. And knowing myself, I just think that would not work for me, but still I want one. I want new glasses.
Ooh, no, that's
because
important.
the reflective coating is peeling off, and these are kind of old, and that it's very obvious when I'm looking at a screen because there's different brightness levels across my eyes. What else? I mean, I feel like I want so much in this world. I would just want
backing off of your your glasses.
Yeah.
I also really want, I know I think you want this too, the Lindsay Pocket glasses chains.
Yes, so bad.
Yes.
Every year I put
So
those
badly.
on my Christmas list. Every year I put those on my Christmas list, and I think my sisters or my parents are like, she would look like a dork in these. We're not getting these for her. And I'm like, you don't understand how badly I want these like crystal glasses.
The book would sell if you had the glasses chain.
Everything
what
about my life would be good
perfect.
if I had Lindsay Puckett's glasses chain. So yes, I definitely want those. Yeah, because like, there are things that I want to aid in my writing process, and then there are things that I just want to like embellish the aesthetic of what I think it is to be a writer, right? And the trick is distinguishing between the two of like what is actually going to be helpful versus what is just unnecessary expenditure. But now after this conversation, I want candles for each of my stories.
Literally just bought a sunflower candle on Amazon, so it's fine.
Good for you, babe. Oh, I love that for you. Things that I've purchased that ended up not working out. I would have to say a lot of my bullet journals, a lot of my planners. This might be something that I talk about in the December Spence and Shop Talk, if there even is one, but I might be abandoning Golden Coil.
That is a 360, I think, a 180.
Huge news.
A 45 degree. Whatever.
Nothing is set yet, but I've been having conversations with my sister, and it's just very funny considering how like earlier this literal stream I was like, I want to not be so online, but if I really think about it, the things that I plan for that I do online are what works. Like I make all these plans in my planners, and I'm finicky, and like there's sometimes like I'm good for a month, but consistently, what are the things that actually help me in life? My Siri reminders, my notes app, things that are digital. And so my sister found out that, and I'm going to do like a whole thing about this if I find something that works for me, but my sister found out that on Etsy, you can basically order digital planner systems where it's like you can download it onto your computer and like they get hyperlinked to each other. So it's like, it's a planner, but it's on your computer, and like you look at the yearly view, but then you can click on a day and it hyperlinks to that page. And like, I don't know. I'm going to look into for maybe 2023 becoming more of a digital planner person, which I've really eschewed for a long time. I've been like, no, I'm a paper and pen girl, but I don't know if I actually am. And I'm wondering if that is why. I don't know. I know, everybody. I know.
I literally have to get up for a moment to collect myself. Like I am shook to my very being.
The Golden Coil like loyalty is so strong in me that if I do this, if I look into these things and I don't find one that I like that really connects with me, I'll stick with Golden Coil. Like I will, for the most part, I will never do another physical planner other than Golden Coil. This is the only thing where I'm like, maybe we're doing something different. No, this was not me subtly saying that I'm not doing Spence and Shop Talk in November. I'm just saying that the December Spence and Shop Talk, I'm already pre-thinking about what the theme is going to be, and I think it's going to be like planning, because we're about to go into a new year. So I don't know what November's theme is going to be. Miranda says we can have a whole combo in digital planning. It does not work for me, but you may have better mileage. See, and that's the thing with me and planners. The planner always works great for a couple months and then it doesn't. So I suspect something similar will happen with this, but we're going to give it a shot.
Switch back and forth, like the ebb and flow of conditions. Like maybe
right.
The digital one for now, get into it, and then move to the other one.
The thing is that a lot of these digital planners you can purchase, my sister says, for like about $10, and a Golden Coil is about $80 a pop. And I am at this point ordering multiple Golden Coils a year to like fit my needs. And the math adds up really quickly. So, yeah. And again, just like taking in evidence of my behavior, most of the things that I want to remember, like where I'm like, oh, I really need to remember this, I don't write it down on my planner, I write it on my computer. And I think that that is very telling. So what else? What are things that I purchase that don't work for me? Like I said, my planners, I'm sure there are a million things, and I should have prepped since I knew this was going to be a question that I was going to ask. But Scrivener. Purchased that, really tried to make that one work. No. I think Scrivener is one of the reasons why I got into my writing slump. I think yeah, I know. But this my tune could change. Scrivener is a back and forth. For a while it really helped, and then for a while it was like my arch nemesis.
You need to leave.
Do I?
No.
I literally would not have a book written if it wasn't for Scrivener. So that's just crazy to me. That Scrivener is the only reason I get books written. I see that.
There's just something about it right now in this part of my journey that is really doing the opposite of what I need it to be doing.
Let's dig into that. What do you think that wall is?
We don't have time for that, babe. We are 3 hours and 10 minutes into this. Does anybody have any final thoughts about? I know this is so simple, but I just think I'm a Pages girly through and through. Pages is what I wrote my very first novel on, and I use Scrivener to write to Biffo, but then I always end up going back to Pages when it's time to really get serious about it. You know, like draft 1 I can sometimes do in Scrivener, but then once it's like, okay, now it's time, I move back to Pages, which is so ridiculous. Like, I know Pages of all
all the word processing devices out there.
Pages.
But yeah, no,
there's something to be said though for because in Pages, like, there's no bells and whistles. It's just like a page.
Yeah, it's just. But I think I need that. Like, there's this idea.
That's very fair.
Like, there's this idea of Scrivener is this. It's not a word processor. It is your studio, right? And so you have your inspiration, you have your research, and you have your face claims organizer and stuff. But at a certain point, I think that kind of becomes, it's like having a cluttered desk. And I think that's why I love Pages, is because it's like I've taken my desktop and I've just gone whoosh, and now it's just the draft, you know?
Interesting. That's fascinating.
I relate to that so hard.
Yeah.
Because I always get to report in my project realm, this is so messy, I need to make a new Scrivener file.
Yeah, and yes, literally.
Oh my god, I hate that. No, stop. We need to leave. I need to bye.
All right. Anybody have?
I also love this.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what's so funny is I didn't even think about using Scrivener because it is so a part of my everyday writing. It's funny the things that just innately become part of your writing. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, why didn't I think of saying a word processing thing? Anyway.
Well, what makes it extra funny to me is I've literally purchased Scrivener I think at least 6 times. And yes, now I'm aware that you can go and reuse your license, that number that you've I didn't know this. So I bought it once on one computer when I 1 nano. I used the discount. Well, I thought I was going to get to use the discount code, but then the discount code wasn't going to be available until the end of nano, and I wanted to start using, and I was in the free trial of Scrivener, and I had 1 nano, but I had 3 days left, and my Scrivener free trial ran out, and so I couldn't access my story until I purchased Scrivener, and so I didn't wait for the 50% off. I just purchased Scrivener so I could keep working on the story. And then what else? I bought it so I've had don't come for me. I've had 2 computers crash or die or get damaged or something since that computer, and I repurchased it for both of those computers, and I purchased it for my iPad. Which, here's my one thing: do not buy Scrivener for iOS, for iPad. Just buy for your computer. Scrivener for iOS is so stripped down. And that's my other thing that I really don't like about Scrivener is if I'm in a Pages document, and this is an Apple thing, this isn't Scrivener's fault, but if I'm in a Pages document and I if I'm working on Tabifo, right, and I make a change on my computer, then I can also pull out my iPad 10 minutes later, and that change is reflected in the document because they're all in the cloud. Even if I have my Scrivener files in my cloud, you have to re-download them onto your iPad each time you've made updates and then re-upload them to the cloud if you make updates on your iPad. And I used to quite often use my iPad as a secondary writing tool because I was traveling so much and I didn't want to take my computer on these like little weekend trips. And so I would just take my iPad. And so I would just work in Pages documents because then there's just constant, cloud connection there. So that was another thing. Anyway, Scrivener is the big one for me that I'm reevaluating my relationship with Scrivener. I'm looking around my room. What about like books that you've purchased? Have you had any book where you're like, oh, I'm going to read this book and my writing ability?
Oh, Save the Cat, read it, and it did absolutely change my writing.
It did?
Yeah, I could not recommend Save the Cat writes the novel enough. It's very like rudimentary, but if you'd like me, when I went into writing at a very adult age, knew nothing about structure. I knew like, oh yeah, there's an act 1, there's an act 2, there's an act 3, and obviously you want to start at the beginning and then end at the end, or like unless you're doing some like high fancy kind of Hill House storytelling. But like Save the Cat, just to get a basic construct or like a basic concept for a 3-act structure, it's just it was invaluable to me. Absolutely loved it.
Katie?
Controversial yet brave. A product that I purchased that perhaps wasn't worth it. My creative writing degree.
Not worth it.
Oh my God. That is amazing. Actually, no, I'm going to...
Here's what I'll tell you what was worth it, though.
Okay, go for it.
The literature degree, actually, was way more worth it than the creative writing degree, in my opinion. Because when I was doing my literature degree, I learned more about story structure, story elements, how to analyze things, way more than I ever learned in my creative writing class. Because specifically for me, and I can only speak from my experience, I already knew how to write. Like, I already knew how to, write. But I wanted to really dig into craft. I think getting a literature degree and analyzing literature and books in general is way more valuable than being taught how to write, in my opinion, for me. So probably should have just got a literature degree, but I got both. So
no, I guess I was going to say, I think that you give such informed analysis of people's work as a critique partner because of your degree, but that would be from your literary degree, not from your creative writing degree. But I will also say, for the most part, 8 times out of 10, you take critique very well, which I think is also something you got from your creative writing degree. So that is a great skill to have.
That's true. I mostly just wanted the lull of saying something that wasn't worth it was my entire degree. The lull of it all.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for meeting me on the very strange mental level I was in today. I appreciated daydreaming with all of you. And let us know if you've been influenced and if you're going to go and buy a product, or if this stream has convinced you not to buy a product because of a certain thing. So,
yeah.
Does anybody have any final thoughts? Steve, any final thoughts?
Wow, if you're not into the chess community, check out the latest controversies. It's very entertaining.
It's a time.
Is it true the guy was having stuff in his butt? Is that really what it is?
Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
They started screening them for anal toys now during professional chess matches. So they're like, I'm not saying there's any cavity searches going on, but there's they do the little machines in front of your butt to see that there's no electrical activity in it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is
incredible.
All right. Bye, Katie.
Yes, me and Grape Fry are going to be joining Jess on next week. Actually, I probably could talk about this next week, but we're going to be doing the write-a-thon stream together. I'm on 3 streams this year at this time, and not hosting a single one of them. So y'all should be proud of me because I hate.
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me to that, Jess.
It's 3 a.m.
All right, bye.
Always remember,